It's time for the greatest little internet radio show, Blow the Whistle. Always live on SportsTownChicago.com and on Twitch at SportsTownShy. Tyler Butterball Beaterball.
I knew this kid was going to be a complete mess, like a youth mess. Not mess. See, I think he needs to go to Allstate because when you're covered by mayhem, you'll be better protected.
Andrew Pepe Valentin.
How can you say that high school's sports is not about business when the IMG Academy, who is supposed to be a legitimate high school, goes for $1.25 billion? Game time.
David Double D Dykstra.
Hope and pray to God that Jordan Love twists his ankle so bad that you get to see this godforsaken mess that is Sean Mother Truckin' Clifford.
Tyler Buterbaugh, Andrew Valentin, and David Dykstra. Your greatest little internet radio show everywhere you go.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. You're listening to Blow the Whistle here on SportsTownChicago's.com, streaming live on YouTube. I'm Tyler Butterball Beaterball. I'm here with my boys.
David Double D Dykstra.
Andrew Pepe Valentin.
Do that again.
Try that again.
Okay, Andrew Pepe Valentin.
There he is. Happy Monday, everybody. Happy.
I keep forgetting that they reversed it on us.
I know. I'm still trying to get used to that.
Hey, my other headphone came in. All right, awesome.
I think this mic needs to get replaced because it's like, nah. You know what I mean? Nah. But
I have noticed that it's a little
yeah, it's a little welcome in, everybody. Happy post first two rounds of NCAA Tournament. The Sweet 16 will tip off on Thursday. I hope everyone's brackets are not completely busted. How are your guys' brackets looking?
Dead.
Dead? Okay. I'm actually not.
Let me pull mine up here first.
I'm actually not doing too bad. I mean, the hill that I was dying on of Liberty beating Oregon completely
At
wiped.
least you didn't post anything about, your ride or die.
Well, no, Frankie posted my Oregon one, I think. Oh, no, he didn't. He didn't. He sent it to me, but I was like, nah, I don't want to post that.
43.6%, sir.
Oh.
I am ranked 13.5 million.
Hey, at least you're not 13.6 million.
That's true.
I'm at 77.1%, 5.4 million ranked.
Here's the good news, though. I'm whipping my son's ass, so.
That's all that matters. It's all about bragging rights at this point.
Yeah, essentially.
But welcome in, everybody. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and TikTok. You can follow us on anything, every platform that we got there. Blow T Whistle 1, BLOWT, WH, oh my God.
See, you thought about it.
BLOWT, don't
BLOWT, WHISTLE.
There it was. See, I overthought it too much.
I got you. See, once you screw it up once, then you really start thinking about it, and then you can't
overthink it, and then you screw it up even more.
Yeah, you can't get it out of your mouth.
It's a mess.
That's
but,
why I don't attempt.
I'm just going to say it once. I'm not even going to spell it anymore. Just a bit outside.
Just a tiny, just a skosh.
But today we are going to recap some of the Cinderellas and the upsets that happened over the weekend, and then for the rest of the show, it's all college basketball, baby. We are going to be previewing each matchup of the Sweet 16, and if you guys have, and how your guys' brackets are looking, let us know on our YouTube link or on our Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
How bad are you doing? Let us know.
If you guys are doing better than us, then we'd like to have you on the show.
How far in the hole are you with your bets?
Make your picks.
Down $30.
That ain't bad.
See, I'm up 80.
When you're betting $2 per bet, yeah, that's not.
Well,
good.
It's not like some of the people I've seen online where it's like, dude, I'm down 10 grand. It's like, why? What are you doing?
See, I'm up 80 something dollars, and that's all off of. Well, that's about $100 worth of free bets. But hey, technically, I'm always up. I'm still up. It's all free money. But you boys ready to get into the Cinderellas and the chaos that happened over the weekend?
Yeah,
Let's
sounds
do
good.
it.
All right, so the first one, let's start it off. Arkansas upset St. John's, and it wasn't even really close. It was, I'm getting the score up here momentarily, but 10th seed Arkansas, John Calipari upsets Rick Pitino and the St. John's at number 2. I don't know about you guys, but this kind of ruined a lot of people's brackets. St. John's was a favorite that was going into at least like the Elite
I
Eight,
know-
if not the Final Four.
I know of at least one host on the BetMGM network that had St. John's winning it. Oh!
Oh,
I had them winning it all in 2 of my brackets, so it definitely busted me.
I had them go into the Elite Eight, so that screwed me over a tiny bit.
I had them in the Elite Eight as well, but like I told everybody, like if they hadn't been, if they weren't in a bracket with Duke or Florida, they probably would have been one of my Final Four picks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So to me, yeah, this was a little bit of a shocker, and it wasn't like they had any kind of control throughout the game at all. Arkansas, I don't want to say dominated, but had control. You never thought Arkansas didn't have control of the game.
No, I mean time management wise, they fully controlled the game. Calipari held those guys accountable, and St. John's just they weren't able to get anything going for them in the way that we saw how they did in Omaha. And they are a second half team, and cha-ching, our first half 10.5 cover of Omaha hit.
Didn't I could be wrong here.
Yeah.
Did they or did they not go 2 for 22 from 3-point?
Well,
range?
R.J. Lewis went 3 for 17 on the night. That's your best player on the team, and if your best player's not hitting his shots, and if you saw the post conference, you had Rick Pitino sitting there going, he got asked, well, why did you pull him out of the game? And he's like, he played 30 minutes. And he's like, and the guy kept going, well, why? But what's the reason why? And he's like, don't ask leading questions. You know what you're trying to get to. We know what you're trying to. He played 30 minutes. Like, he did the Patino thing.
Yeah.
The kid wasn't hitting his shots. He's a liability on defense. You weren't keeping him out there because he's not doing what he's supposed to do. So you're going to pull him out of the game. So the moment he starts not hitting those threes and hitting his jumper, it was over. Like, that was the selling point for me. And Arkansas, clearly they're a more cohesive team right now. I mean, that's Calipari for you. He wants the team ball.
Yeah, but yeah, you're right. They went 2 for 22 from 3. But if you look at their numbers from overall, like
9%.
Arkansas only went 2 for 19 from 3, so they weren't far off in field goals made in attempts. It was just, I think Arkansas played just a little extra defense, and their guys were playing overall consistent. And just like you said, R.J. Lewis Jr., their best guy.
And they've got experience, too. Arkansas's got, like, John L. Davis, people forget, he's from FAU. He led that team all the way to the Elite Eight. That guy is a special player. I'm not calling him a lottery pick, but, somebody's going to get themselves a really nice point guard in the NBA if they take him. But for college, he's fantastic.
I will ask both of you this. I'll throw it out to our listeners as well. Do you think the 2 seed was maybe a little too much for St. John's just because it was Rick Pitino and everybody wanted St. John's to be great again because it is a quote-unquote, well, it is, a New York City university?
You go ahead.
I mean, I think it's look, it's Rick Pitino. Like, that's the whole thing. Like, I tell people going into this, right? The 2 guys matching up in here are 2 people that play chess when everyone's playing checkers, right? They know how to work the tournament better than anybody.
They are the 2 most winningest coaches in NCAA tournament active.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So to me,
and that's with Tom Izzo in the mix,
right?
too,
Exactly. So you're talking about 2 guys, Hall of Famers, that know once you get into the tournament, they know how to work it perfectly. Now, unfortunately for this, my guy Scotty Kiefer said on X-Bomb Sports, check it out every Monday and Friday to 11 o'clock Eastern Time. Shameless plug. He said that he thought St. John's was a little bit kind of, shooting above and beyond their weight class, right? Kind of punching above it. So he said give it a year or 2, they might be there. And I kind of agree with him. I'm like, look, they had a great season. They have a very subpar average Big East they had to face, really. And they kind of lucked out that they got into a position where it was like, well, maybe something can happen. But once you had Arkansas.
I'll say this. It is typically, for Pitino, it is typically year 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Where his teams start to solidify and he's getting guys.
Right.
That being said, you know where this all went wrong? No Pitino white suit.
Yeah.
He didn't wear the white suit.
He did.
No, that was the biggest mistake.
Yep.
I don't disagree. I mean, with the 2 seed, I think they deserved the 2 seed completely.
I don't know if they did.
If you
I'll be very honest with
to
you.
me, if you look at the other 2 seeds like Tennessee, Alabama, Michigan State, I mean, honestly, Michigan State to me is head and heels a little bit over Alabama
They're the best 2
and
seed right now.
Tennessee, I'm more questioning Tennessee being a 2 seed than St. John's. I mean, to me, St. John's had a better season, had better wins over very competitive teams. I mean, they've played Creighton really well, and Creighton's been was one of those teams in the tournament that was a sleeper.
I will vehemently disagree with you.
Okay,
And here's why.
go for it.
There are, 18 teams in the SEC this year?
14 out of 16 teams.
14 out of
in
the
the
16
tournament.
teams
But mind you, this
made the SEC.
a lot of them dropped in the first.
No,
Right.
No, I'm not. But once again,
Tougher conference.
you had the SEC, and then you had like the top, I'd say 5 in the SEC are different teams.
Yeah, essentially.
That's where.
Yes, I mean,
that's where
tougher competition for sure.
Tennessee. You also can't take Tennessee for their offense. Their offense is average to above average. It's that elite defense that they have with, like, they could probably only be compared to, like, Houston.
Yeah.
So for me, I love that St. John's was a 2 seed. I think they should have probably been a 3.
Okay.
I'm not dropping them lower than a 3.
Probably not.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't. I
Just
agree with
because
you on
of the
that.
conference.
Yeah,
If they were a 3 seed, they'd probably be going into the Sweet 16 right now.
Yeah.
more than likely. Yeah.
But
I would
I don't
say
know
yes.
if they advance farther than that. That would be a tough call, but nevertheless, they would still be making better progress.
But I do think the Rick Pitino effect is in place. Like, he's already turned that organization around drastically from the past 2
absolutely.
years. And
St. John's is about to get some 4 and 5 stars flipping and going and transferring.
oh yeah,
That's going to happen.
and I would expect them to be a high. They might be able to land a 1 seed next year if they keep this progression going forward.
Absolutely.
The next one happened on Saturday. Number 6 BYU beating number 3 Wisconsin. Not gonna lie, that surprised me. I didn't think the Mormons were
I
gonna
don't know
pull it
how
off.
that happened. Wisconsin was up 489 to 60 at one point in the game.
Was there a
Was there a glitch?
You
Score
didn't
bug?
see that?
No.
Somebody was either the score bug was going crazy because it kept going 16, 48, 409, 861, 160. Like, it was messing up so bad.
really?
Yeah, it was.
Somebody
It was.
did something.
Somebody was either.
It probably, honestly, knowing a score bug, it probably glitched.
Well,
One of our
that's what I
students
was-
could do that better.
Exactly. Well, it was even like when we were at the Hawks game, they had the video of people like doing like the game and everything, and there were kids like doing like the 3-play stuff on like kids stuff, and we're like, oh come on, like we you just get jealous of like a 3-year-old. But somebody put out a tweet though that said like when your cat's on the keyboard and it showed the score.
Just running across.
It was, but this was BYU just shooting them out of the gym.
Well, and see, that's
Outplaying them
that's
front
what
front.
BYU does, though, and
Yeah.
nobody's paying attention to them at
No.
all. Like, to me, my question is, because I never had faith in Wisconsin. Wisconsin was one of those teams, okay, they got hot at the end of the season.
That's it though. They got
Yeah.
hot at the end. Their conference record was 13-7.
They've got a superstar. They do have,
Yes.
Wisconsin has a bona fide
They've got another
freshman
Johnny
superstar.
Davis guy, Frank Kaminsky, a guy that they can go. He gets the ball.
Yeah. But BYU,
Their team.
like, to me, this should have been flip-flopped. And that's why I put the question in there. Should BYU have been the 3 seed and Wisconsin been the 6 seed?
You can make the argument for that easily, but
Very easily.
I think this was that's one of those moves that I think gets made for TV, right? Television reasons. Because you're looking at Wisconsin going, oh, maybe they're going to be like a hero story again, right? Like
Right.
what we saw with Kaminsky and all those dudes, where it's like they weren't really like a low seeded team, but it's like, oh, the stars are like he's the star of the tournament, you
Right.
know? And I think that's what they were hoping for.
I think it kind of goes back to, tougher conference. Like, Big Ten had a solid outing, like standing with all the teams in this tournament. But I think what helped them was that their late push in the Big Ten tournament, where they looked really good. And I mean, Wisconsin's a team where if they are able to keep control of the whole game, then they're most likely going to win it. But they were allowing BYU to shoot from beyond the arc, like left and right, and that's what really tore them up. And then even though you got your best player scoring 37 and Blackwell scoring 21, they still weren't able to compete with the Mormons.
No.
BYU's a thing. This might be that team this year with the path that they have. They could end up being in the Final
They
Four.
shot 46% from three, if anybody wants to know that. That right now is like the highest percentage, I think, of anybody so far in the tournament that shot, I think, beyond the arc for more than like 25 times. No other team's doing that.
They're looking like a sneaky good team.
Yeah, too bad they're about to run into my boys.
No, they're playing Alabama, aren't they?
Yeah, they're playing Bama.
Yeah, they're playing
first.
Bama.
See, and we're going to talk about that later.
Yeah,
so.
we'll talk about that.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the next one. Number 1, Florida surviving number 8, UConn. I mean, this one was a nail biter. I was getting ready to throw away my bracket because I do have Florida winning it all, and but the Florida making a late comeback into the game, winning 77-75. I mean, UConn threw up that last second 3-pointer to bring it within that, but I mean, it just goes to show you can never count out UConn and Dan Hurley. I mean, I think they knew their mission was to get that three-peat, but I mean,
they played almost the perfect game.
They did.
They came close.
But then the dude showed up. Walter Clayton Jr. is a guy. I don't know where he's been for all 4 years of being at Florida.
I mean,
but
he wasn't at Florida forever. He was at Iona.
Was he at Iona?
Yeah, he was with Rick Pitino in Iona.
Why did he not go to St. John's?
I don't know.
God, imagine if he went there.
Yeah, if he would have followed. Well, I mean, look, Florida at that point when he left Iona 2022, 2023, something like that. No, 2022. Florida at that point, what are they, right? They don't have anybody, really. So you're going to a team where it's like, I'm going to get a chance. We're competing in the SEC. And they got a stacked team, too, right? They started getting some guys starting to show up.
And they're still not playing. They're not going to play that freshman freak of nature.
He's
the
redshirted.
7'9" kid.
Olivier Rieu.
You know what's sad, though? I saw a video of him doing some warm-ups, and he missed a layup underneath the hoop. Underneath the basket.
I mean, he's not really coordinated.
But I'm like, dude, you are 2 inches from the rim.
It's not.
They're working on him.
I am like 6 feet from the rim, and I can make a layup better than that.
I mean, he could end up being just another Yao Ming kind of guy, which
Taco Fall.
It isn't bad, yeah, Taco Fall kind of guy, somewhere in between there.
But in the college ranks, that's a huge thing.
Yeah.
But that being said, Walter Clayton Jr. legitimately hit 2 3-point shots that were guarded perfectly.
Yeah.
And there's nothing you could have done about it.
And UConn could not get the shooting from beyond the arc, shooting 27% as a whole, compared to Florida's 47.4%. But I mean, if you look on the field, the rest of on the floor, they shot. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong thing. 37.5%. I was like, holy hell, they scored 86%. I'm like, that's free throw.
Their problem was that their 2 big stars, McNeely, their freshman, and Ball, their sophomore. If they're not going, the rest of that team isn't. That's been their problem all year long.
It sounds like McNeely's thinking about leaving after 1 year.
He probably can. He's played well enough that he could be a lottery pick right now. Wow. Because people are looking for that 6'7" guy that can play the wing and shoot, and he can defend too.
I mean, yeah, he was all over the place. He had a pair of steals, a couple boards, 2 or 3 assists. I mean, that's pretty damn good.
He's an excellent player. It's just a matter that UConn kind of relies heavily on him. And again, it's Solo Ball, I think is his name.
Yeah, Solo Ball.
Yeah, he's a hell of a player too. It's just if those 2 aren't going, the rest of the team is just kind of very average. And as good as Dan Hurley is as a coach, those other guys need to be up there with them if you want to get that 3rd national title, and that wasn't happening this year.
And then one last game, because, I mean, not quite of an upset, but fantastic game to end off the second round, or about to end off the second round. Number 4th seed Maryland defeats 12th seed Colorado State 72-71 on a last-second buzzer beater, which 2 game-winning shots back-to-back. Colorado took the potential game-winning 3 to take the lead, and then Maryland with about, just under 2 seconds left or 3 seconds left.
Basically.
Hit that bank shot. So, I mean,
don't leave Derek Queen alone, people.
I was sweating at this one because, I mean, my cover didn't hit. I had Maryland covering 8, and I was like, I shouldn't have done that. But this one, Maryland's a tough team, and I was like, And Colorado State's one of those teams that's like very under the radar.
Yeah.
And we kind of knew that they were going to make a run. And
They got a dude.
I mean, they have one. I mean, Clifford's going to be there till probably for the next 2 years, so because he's a sophomore.
Do you think he transfers though?
Good.
Oh,
I mean, he's talented enough. Yeah, somebody's going to make him an NIL offer, and he's going to probably leave. But he's also from Colorado Springs. He's a right at home. He's a right at home kid, so he might want to be like, no, I'm staying home. I'm making the team good, and you know
that'll attract players to come when you have a dude.
Mm-hmm.
Like and they got
Clifford.
A good coach.
Yeah, and a solid coach. It attracts other players that aren't, let's say, those McDonald's All-Americans, but they're still solid players.
Right. Oh, yeah, it gets you the lower 4 stars, the 3 stars, kids that can still play.
Right.
But you're not going to hear a lot about them because, they're in the little town in West Texas or the up north in Idaho, somewhere. I mean, it's that kind of guy.
Papa, Illinois.
Exactly. Yeah. And everyone's going, that's not real. No, that's real. Go look it up.
That's real.
And
You won't find it.
Before we head out of here,
Listen, if there's a Blue Balls and an Intercourse, Pennsylvania, there's a Papa, Illinois.
Absolutely.
Before we head to break, so far, what do you guys think about the first 2 rounds? Has this been more of a mid-madness than the March Madness with the Cinderellas that we have seen in previous years? Let us know on our Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, BlowTWhistle1, or on our chat on the YouTube live stream. What about you guys? So far, this one hasn't really been much of a, oh my God, like a 14th seed making it like to a run into the, like we haven't seen like an Oral Roberts this year.
Very chalky.
It is.
Very chalky.
This is kind of like the big, I'm still enjoying it because even though, we're not seeing the Cinderella. Yeah, it's the thing. It's the quality play coming from the big dogs that are clearly like, we own college basketball. And it's like, yeah, you should be owning college basketball.
Right.
As much as you'd love to see these smaller teams come out, it's the ones that have either the popular coach, the best players, anything like that. Those are the ones. But guess what? That still, to me, makes the tournament compelling. I mean, yes, it'd be great if Bryant came out of nowhere and was trying to win the tournament. Awesome. Not going to happen,
Like,
though.
everyone wants a great Cinderella
Robert
story.
Morris was super close.
They were close, yes. They were close. I mean, I don't know if you're going to find an FAU again with a player like a John L. Davis who would just be like, who is this guy? What is this team? Who are these players, right? So,
See, I was thinking High Point or McNeese could have been one of those teams. But
of course.
They got, McNeese got.
High Point couldn't hit a 3-point.
You got to hit those shots, man.
Except for that one kid that we were watching.
Just barnyard, dude.
God.
And they weren't my issue with them was
Braden Smith is good.
They were horking them up. There was no patience on that team to get the best shot. They were just horking them up.
It was catching and shoot and just throwing it to prayer.
I think what happens with some of those small schools is you see the bigger school, the university, and you go, okay, we have to score quick. We have to score fast. We have to get on top of them now because they could come back. And that becomes your downfall instead of, like you've said, slow it down, play the slow ball, kind of give yourself a chance to pace it out. Instead of like, we're going to try and outrun them in the gym, which they could have. But
UConn played it perfectly for the first 3/4 of that game.
Yeah.
Yesterday.
The teams that you see in the Sweet 16 are the guys that these guys have been playing with tempo.
Yes.
And there's a reason why they are made it to the Sweet 16. They're not just throwing up prayers.
There's a reason why some of these guys after 1 year are going to the draft.
Exactly.
And going to be lottery picks. So,
I mean, I overall like the first 2 rounds. I mean, yes, we're not seeing so much of a Cinderella. We got a couple possibly here with like 10th seed Arkansas.
Michigan might.
We're seeing really good basketball. Oh God, it's
disgusting.
I hate that.
Listen, man, that you got a kid from Croatia. Apparently, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, he stole him from FAU.
Don't tell that to Illinois.
It's true. Sorry, boys. You played sloppy.
All right, that's our recap of over the weekend of the round 2 of the men's college basketball tournament. When we come back, we're going to be breaking down the Sweet 16 matchups, and we're going to start off with the Midwest end of the bracket here next on Blow the Whistle on SportsTownChicago.com.
This is your home for sports. SportsTownChicago.com.
Joe's Hot Dogs has been around since 1953, but I promise it's not old news. You don't have to like hot dogs to like Joe's on Plainfield Road in Joliet. Italian beef, hot dogs, shakes, and sides. My family's had a relationship with Joe's Hot Dogs for 3 generations. Golden fries with a tad bit of salt and the perfect amount of crunch come in a bag as big as your hand. And that's just small. For more on the menu, visit joeshotdogsjoliet.com, bringing that classic Chicago flavor to the suburbs. That's Joe's Hot Dogs across from CVS on Plainfield Road in Joliet.
At the football game, Jim shows the telltale signs of being wasted. He starts flexing for the camera. He refers to his muscles as gunboats. He screams, "How's this for a halftime show?" Jim streaks the field.
It's easy to tell if you've had way too many to drive. But what if you've had just one too many to drive? Never underestimate just a few. Buzz driving is drunk driving. A public service announcement brought to you by the U.S. Department of Transportation, the Ad Council, and this station.
There are everyday actions to help prevent the spread of respiratory diseases. Wash your hands. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Stay home when you are sick. Cover your cough or sneeze. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects. For more information, visit cdc.gov/COVID-19. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and Windy City News Radio.
The Illinois Center for Broadcasting is now the Illinois Media School. We've been an institution in the Chicagoland area now for 30 years. Because the broadcasting world is always changing, so are we. Not only are we teaching radio and television production, but now you can learn all aspects of the media industry, like web design. You can even specialize in TV or film, sports broadcasting, and even sales. No matter where you are in the Chicagoland area, we have a campus near you. The Illinois Media School. Be on TV, be on radio, beonair.com.
Yo, 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 check us out. We are the go-to guys. I'm your boy Space.
I'm your boy MC.
Check us out every Thursday
from 4 to 5 p.m.
We spitting all facts, all sports, all day.
Yes, sir. Who else you gonna go to in the clutch?
Lillard, long range three, and it's good!
Keeping you up to date with all the latest sports news.
We are
the go-to guys.
Where else you gonna get all your sports news from?
You know,
SportsTownChicago.com.
Welcome back here on Blow the Whistle on SportsTownChicago.com. Streaming live on YouTube. Tyler, David, and Andrew here with you. We are breaking down Sweet 16 of the men's college basketball tournament. We just kind of recapped over the weekend of round 2, and now it's getting thinner. We are down to 16 teams left now. I know we talked about breaking down the Midwest bracket, so we're going to do that just now as you got the 3-seed Kentucky facing off 2-seed Tennessee. Tennessee is a 3.5-point favorite. Over-under is set at 146.5. This is a 6:39 tip-off. To me, personally, this is a tough one. I mean, we talked about it a little bit, is that Tennessee, they're not a high-scoring team, but they play fluid defense. But Kentucky, the way how they played against Illinois, I mean, to me, they are looking like an overall balanced team that can play solid defense, solid offense. And this one's a tough one. I might lean Kentucky, but give me your guys' thoughts on our Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Blow T Whistle, Bowen, BLWTWHISTLE1. David, I'm going to go to you real quick. I mean, because you like how Tennessee plays their defense. Is it enough to beat Kentucky?
Honestly, I don't know right now because Kentucky's playing really good ball.
Mm-hmm.
Really, really solid team ball. They have one, maybe two guys that are above average, but
always maybe their best player by far. I would say Lamont Butler would probably be their second best player. Because Jackson Robinson, I think he's injured right now. Or he's not playing for some reason. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, he didn't play yesterday.
Yeah, he's considered, I believe he might be injured. I think he might be out. But he's usually their second best player they can rely on. But they've got, like you said, this is the team chemistry kind of thing. These guys have been together now for a while, right? They obviously Coach Cal leaves. They've got a new guy in there now that, it's really, I think, just about them coming together and just being like, we play for each other, we play for the team, we play for Kentucky. I mean, it's possible, but if you let Chaz Lanier get the best of you in Tennessee right now, like, he's going to take over the game.
Yeah.
Like, he could easily, on both sides of the court, offense and defense, he can just wreck shop. So you have to have somebody that can go one-on-one with him and team him up on offense and defense. I don't know if Kentucky has that guy.
No, I mean, I don't notice. No one over there really stands out to me to being a guy like him over at Tennessee.
Yeah.
But, and this is the thing with, and if you notice in college basketball is that if you have a team that plays fluid defense over more offense, like not many college basketball players are like superb shooters like the NBA, like a Steph Curry or Jason Tatum or anything like that. Those are one-of-a-kind guys, but you don't really get that much in college basketball, and they focus more on defense, and that's pretty much what wins you championships. But
yeah,
I don't know. Kentucky has been playing like David said too, like they've been playing great ball in this tournament. I'm not gonna lie, they surprised me against Illinois. I figured with Illinois, David convinced me enough too, and I couldn't disagree with Illinois starters back. They're a different team.
Wow.
Yeah.
And
wow.
Not anymore.
Not in that game.
No.
That was probably one of the worst games I've seen during the whole tournament. That Illinois team looked completely lost.
They coughed up the ball way too much. They missed too many shots.
Either.
Yeah, they didn't have any presence on the other side of the court. Wiley just went cold throughout the entire part of the game, and that's your. I don't care what anybody says. That's your star.
Yeah.
That's your guy.
100%.
That's your All-American right there. That should be carrying you. And I credit to the other guys because they stepped up to keep it within a game. It's just this is where Kentucky's experience, like you said, David, the team play, comes into hand.
They were dishing better than I've seen them play all year.
Absolutely.
They were distributing the ball beautifully. The passing was crisp to wherever it needed to be.
The off-ball screens to go catch and shoot were there. I mean,
any time Illinois even remotely started coming back, they'd hit a three, and it'd be like, okay.
Yeah.
Kentucky had so many momentum killers for Illinois, where it was like Illinois was like, all right, they're making a run, and then Kentucky would just bam right in your face, and now it's like, oh, momentum.
Here's
done.
my question to you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
When they had the two bigs in for Illinois,
it
seemed to be working for them. Why did they not continue that? Neither one of them was in serious foul trouble the whole game.
No, I don't. That's a coaching decision that I wasn't sure about, because my only thinking is that he was like, I don't want to crowd the paint. I don't want these two guys bumping each other.
You're getting out rebounded consistently.
That's what I couldn't figure out, is you put the two tallest guys on your team out there against a team that you probably could have out rebounded if that would have been the case, because Williams was only really their best guy at going and getting boards.
Yeah.
You outmatch him by, I think, like another 1 or 2 inches or something like that.
Williams had a good game.
Yeah, he did. And he has been that consistent. I'm getting in there. I'm fighting for the ball. He's their Dennis Rodman, right? Not going to score a ton of. I mean, he's still at 8 points, but he doesn't have to score the points. He's going to be there for defense, rebounding, all that stuff. But I don't. This is where Illinois kind of gets themselves into trouble, right? Because you have a coach that you look at. We all look at that man and say, he can do it.
Yeah,
he can take. We saw him take Illinois to the Final Four, and then you go, what are you doing? Like, there's that one questionable decision he makes, and I think that was his one.
He put both bigs in at one point, and they started to come back, and I was like, all right, you found the magic.
Yeah,
let's keep it going. And then all of a sudden, he pulls the freshman again, and I'm like, what are you doing?
I've said it before, like, don't fight someone else's fight. Like in boxing, fight your fight, because when you try to go, oh, they've got speed on the floor, oh, we've got to match their speed on the floor. It's like, no, dude, if what you're using is consistently working for you, okay, fine. Yeah, they might hit some shots on you, but what you have is working.
And that's where I question Brad Underwood, like, because, I mean, in the regular season, like, he can get Illinois up in the top 10 rankings in the regular season. And then when it comes down to the tournament, he just crumbles.
Who was the lead scorer for Illinois yesterday?
For yesterday, it was Boswell.
It was Boswell, right?
Yep.
The juke that he put on Williams.
Oh, it was fantastic.
I went, like, Williams, he did a little crossover, hoobity wada, and Williams did a step back and then came forward, and Boswell was around him by the time he finished his step.
He's a fast dude. He's a
former linebacker, I heard.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's
local kid, made good, tough as nails. Once got in a fight, I think, in high school because he took a charge and he just decided to get up and just be like, "Charge my ass, I'll charge you." And he's like their tough. At 6'2", he's their tough guy.
That's wild.
And he's a heck of a player. But you needed a lot more out of everybody around him, especially Wiley.
You needed
your bench wasn't helping you.
You needed your Europeans to show up and play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vizic wasn't there. Jaconius was out of it. Like they were not.
He looked completely out of sorts in that game yesterday.
Yeah, well, he couldn't hit his threes. He was what, two for 9.
2 for 9. Yeah.
I mean, and Vizic, I mean, at least he was able to go 5 for 12. But those are your corner shooters. Those are the guys you need to hit consistently from 3, and they weren't there. They were missing. But that goes to show why Kentucky is where they're at right now.
There's a reason that they're set at the 3 seed. They were kind of like the quiet 3 seed that got put into the bracket, in my opinion.
Yeah.
PJ Glasser said Kentucky could make a run, and I was like, shut up.
It's Kentucky, man. You never know.
I hate that. Even like with the new head coach, like you can never count them out.
No.
Pope's a really good
Pope is, yes. Pope knows what he's doing. He's always been a smart guy. He's a former basketball player himself, so.
Now, the other one over in the Midwest bracket, we got 4th seed Purdue versus 1st seed Houston.
For the love of God, can someone just beat Purdue? For the love of all that is good in the world.
Let's be honest. Purdue has, in my opinion, one of the easier runs to the Sweet 16. You went against a 14th seed, and then you went against a 13th seed.
Yeah.
They should not have beaten High Point.
They should.
They should not have beaten High Point.
And I hate being the guy that.
But they did.
They did.
I
and I'll
hate
walk
being
it
the
back
guy
and
that
say
blames the officiating, but there was some questionable
that was
calls.
very lopsided.
Yeah.
In that High Point game, it was
It's Matt Painter though. That's.
I'll ask you this.
Yeah.
When did their big men decide to show up and play basketball? Because that's what's gotten them through the last 2 rounds.
Well, Trey Kaufman-Renn.
He's a dude.
He's their Caleb Swanigan.
He's a guy.
If you remember that guy, Caleb Swanigan, he's their kind of, I guess, smaller version of Edey. He can score, he can rebound, he can do it all. It's him and Braden Smith. It's that combo again of a big man and the point guard that can.
Smith is an unbelievably great point guard.
He's so smart. They had an interview with him on the Big Ten Network. He can diagram out other teams' plays to a T. Like, he can see the set. Like, he did, I think, Wisconsin. He did a setup for Tanjay, their top player. Mm-hmm. And he's like, he's going to start from here. He's going to move across here. He's going to stop here. The screen's going to set up, and he's going to get the ball, and he's going to take the shot.
He reminds me.
Immediately, that's what happens.
He reminds me a lot of, like, an Alex Caruso type of guy, where more of a point guard mentality, but the dude's all over the place. He's a great defender. He can run the point as well.
And do not leave him alone.
No. You can't.
Because he will drain threes from anywhere.
I call him Lil Lincoln.
Somebody's getting him in the draft, or he's going to Europe, and then in 5 years he's becoming a head coach somewhere. Calling that right now. He's too good to not be on the ranks. I'm sorry.
Now here's my thing to stop Purdue. If you're Houston, and I was wanting to see High Point do more of this,
hit him.
You gotta foul out Kaufman-Renn, especially if he's in. If he's in foul issues, whatever the hell it is.
Yeah.
You gotta drive at him, because if they got him out, then if he had to foul out, High Point could have won that game.
Yeah.
And he's to me like majority of that team.
You've got to hit him. I'm sorry.
You do.
Like, you've got to
just throw some punches.
They may have, like, you've got to get that dude out of the game.
Once again, though, you're going to have a point guard matchup in this game.
Cryer and Smith is going to be
fun to watch. Cryer and Smith is going to be.
Although Sharp and Smith is going to be interesting too. Like, that's the thing. They've got 2 guards that can go one-on-one with Smith, and I think take him to the rim. Challenge him.
Well, they're both. And once again,
fast.
everybody's going to get tired. This is the bracket of elite defenses.
Essentially.
Because you got the 2 seed in Tennessee, but then you have Houston, who's head and shoulders above everybody else when it comes to defense.
Oh, yeah.
I think.
And their chemistry is there, too. These guys have, again, been together for a long time. They know each other. The coach knows how to work these guys.
And they've been more consistent throughout the regular season compared to Purdue, fairly consistent, but, I mean, not as consistent overall as Houston. And like I said, elite defense. They've been together for a while, so, I mean.
I'm still waiting for the game where Houston's offense just disappears.
This could be it.
They don't have a betting line for Oh, no, they do. I'm not looking on here.
This could be the one because.
Excuse me? Excuse me, sir?
Houston's a 7.5 point favorite.
I would, with that, I would actually lean Purdue plus 7.5.
I probably would.
I would too. I mean, I think this is going to be a close game.
Because if I'd say if Braden Smith hits like 2 threes in the first half, and you've got Kaufman probably at like 12 points in the first half, I think it's Purdue's game then. Like, I mean, if anything, at least they're keeping it within 5 points, I would say, by the first half.
I mean, those would
be a bad call.
Those are the 2 guys that they need to be keying up on, because those are the 2 that's been putting a pain in the ass and High Point in.
I'm just really excited to see what Roberts, their forward, does against Kaufman. Because he's a guy, he's one of those tough dudes. He's like Mr. Built Tough, and he's just going to be, I show you. Boom! And just an elbow in the rib, and then just fight on the court. And you know Matt Painter's going to be like, go get him!
Matt Painter.
He's crazy.
Matt Painter needs...
I'm sorry. That is a coach that will be like, let's go get him, boys!
Well, did you see where they did an interview with him during the game?
Yeah.
It was during a timeout.
I saw he was on, but I missed it.
They did the interview, and then very nice interview, very eloquent. He always is. And then he gets back to the huddle, and it's immediately.
What is going on? He is so intense. It is, but again, he gets results for that.
Yeah.
And that's why nobody questions him. It's like, okay, he's crazy, but it's like a good crazy.
So we kind of in favor. Well, you were saying that if Purdue gets off to a hot start in the first half, that it might be Purdue all the way.
I'm gonna lean with Purdue just because I know Matt Painter hasn't had the kind of success in the past, but obviously with Edey in that group, we saw where they could go. I think this is still a group that can do it. Obviously, you don't have that big man.
You don't have
7'4",
the Edey.
Right, you don't have the Edey, but I think you still have the team chemistry. You still have the camaraderie. You have the top players, the performances from them. I think you can overmatch Houston and beat out their defense.
David?
I'm going to lean Houston here just because of their defense, but I think it'll be closer than 7.5.
Sure. I like a 1-2 point game.
I like Purdue covering the 7.5 for sure. I do lean Houston as well. I think defense is going to win this game. I think if they lock in on Kaufman-Wren and hold Braden Smith to, like, they just hold him and then not let him take control over the game, I think Houston has a good chance of this. And I mean, this Purdue team, to me, I don't see them similar to like the Edey team because they don't have a guy like Edey, and Edey was arguably the entire team.
Yeah, he's a consistent double-double in the NBA.
Exactly.
Like,
and God, were we wrong about that.
He's not
kid.
a lottery pick. He's not a first-round pick.
Excuse me.
I think we all said he was perfect for it on this show, if I'm not mistaken.
I was wrong.
Okay, Tyler was wrong. I said he's a guaranteed double-double guy. Guaranteed double-double.
I said he was worth the top 10 pick, and now if you would have done the redraft, who's not taking him? Maybe top 5 even.
Maybe even one.
Come on.
Yeah, I mean,
because none of those other guys are. I mean,
who else is matched up with Wembanyama and made it look pretty easy? Only one guy, and he plays for OKC.
And why is that? Because Wembanyama is like one of his legs.
Yes. Essentially.
Weight-wise.
Yeah,
that is true.
Edey just stands there like the Great Wall of China and goes, "Get by me, I dare you."
No, the Great Wall of Canada.
There you go.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought Edey was
out, baby.
I thought Edey was gonna be another. He's like Taco Fall or
no.
That's the thing, right? You looked at him and you saw, oh, we've got another taco
There's no
fall.
athleticism in him, but the thing is, he's so
No, there
damn
wasn't
big.
in
How the hell are you
in
gonna
Yao
stop
Ming.
him?
There wasn't in Yao Ming either, but all you got to do is stand by the basket.
Well, not just that though, but if you actually watch Zach Edey play ball, like he's very good at knowing where the ball's going to come off the rim.
Very
One,
good passer.
Yeah.
great passer. Two, and his footwork is fantastic.
For a guy as big as he is, yeah, he does not. You're not seeing him trip over his shoelaces or anything like that.
So to me, I saw all that and I went, okay, this is a different kind of 7'4", 7'6" guy.
And he's on the perfect team too. Like Memphis gives you the ability to say we can space it out. He can stay inside.
Why he's not rolling picks for Ja every play?
Because he'd kill somebody. It wouldn't just be like, ooh, it'd be like,
He's the Great
like
Wall.
you're going down. Yeah.
Jason Tatum's just physically absorbed
Be
into
like getting-
Zach Edey's body.
Be like taking a screen from Shaq. It's like, no, I'm good. I'm okay.
So moving on to the Elite Eight, I got Houston, and from the Midwest at least, I got Houston and Kentucky. Andrew, you got Purdue, and then did you pick Kentucky too?
I think I will roll with Kentucky. Tennessee's just got to show me otherwise.
Yeah.
Like this, because they're again. How many times we're going to talk about Tennessee being in the tournament? Let's see them move on, and then they don't do it. Right? They keep. They're my version, a new version of Gonzaga, where it's like, oh, you want to favor them
until you do it.
Until you do it. Sorry. And
Speaking of which,
yeah, sorry, Mark
that
Few.
freaking hurts. I thought they had it. Damn it!
So close.
So close.
I forgot. Who did you pick up between Kentucky and Tennessee?
I'm going Tennessee.
Okay.
I'm going. Hey, listen,
So you're picking
if
the top
there's-
defenses.
If there's nothing that I have learned in this year of the tourney, chalk.
Fair enough.
Just
that's
go
how it's-
with the chalk.
But
That's
wouldn't
how it
Kentucky
goes.
also be considered that too? Because they are blue blood after all.
Yeah. But guess what? They're 3.5 point underdogs. So chalk.
Fair. It's totally fair.
You heard it here, folks. All right, when we come back, we're
And
breaking.
this will be the weekend where everything goes sideways and all the underdogs win.
Of course.
That's what I'm betting on.
Right.
All right. Give me all the plus money.
Exactly.
When we come back, we're breaking down the South bracket of the Sweet 16 next on Blow the Whistle on SportsTownChicago.com.
Yes, we can. Celebrating those that continue to inspire this Black History Month.
Those who tell us that we can't, we will respond with yes, we can.
SportsTownChicago.com.
Take that exit and get to the Southern Cafe, home of the Nasty Biscuit on Roselle Road in Roselle. Get over there and try the chicken fried chicken biscuit made with the Southern Cafe's house-made drop biscuit with buttermilk chicken fried chicken smothered in country gravy, topped with shredded cheddar and crumbled hickory smoked bacon. I always say that when you go to the Southern Cafe, you come out with 2 meals with the heaping amounts of food they serve you in every meal. I love to go to a place with outdoor seating. The Southern Cafe has a great outdoor seating area to help social distance, and I get to enjoy my breakfast outdoors. Open 6:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. to give you plenty of time to grab an amazing breakfast or lunch. Now get your butt over to the Southern Cafe on Roselle Road.
Hello?
It's speed walking day.
Dorothy? You're breaking up.
Did I mention we'd be slowing down when we pass the court where those fine brothers play ball?
I heard that.
Reduce your risk of cancer, diabetes, heart disease, and stroke. Get active, eat right, and maybe even run into Mr. Right. Isn't sisterhood beautiful? For more information, go to everydaychoices.org. Brought to you by the American Cancer Society, the American Diabetes Association, the American Heart Association, the Ad Council, and this station.
Alert! Alert! Be gone, maxed out credit cards, overdue loans, suffocating interest rates, and relentless collection agencies. If your credit rating is making you and others around you cringe, there's only one thing to do, and that's to turn to the professionals at Creative Credit Solutions. Even if your credit is less than perfect, we'll help you get back on track. You can do it, and we can help. Call today or visit creativecreditsolutions.net for your free credit check report.
Blow the Whistle on SportsTownChicago.com. Mondays and Fridays from 2 to 3 p.m. as we talk NFL.
The game plan was really sound.
It's a quarterback league. It has been. It still is.
Franchise-defining quarterbacks.
College football.
Will Jim Harbaugh make it through the season as Michigan's head coach?
Some more Big Ten talk.
And here's some things you wouldn't expect.
I would have never expected that.
Get all of that and more on Blow the Whistle on SportsTownChicago.com.
welcome back here on Below the Whistle on SportsSoundChicago.com YouTube.
I feel like
streaming on the YouTube.
I feel like we're on You Better Event right now.
I know. I was gonna say this music sounds a little familiar. I wonder where you got it from.
I did not get the. I picked this myself.
You produced it.
I did.
Double D just laying down the drops.
I know.
In his
I like
in
it.
his recliner. Just over here, boom, 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 boom. Is that what you do?
I don't. Hey, listen, my recliner just got fixed. Thank God.
I know, dude.
So happy.
I told you about that. I almost fell
Oh
asleep.
yeah, that's right.
And it wasn't like, and we were watching. What were we watching?
We were watching the Royal Rumble.
Royal Rumble, yeah.
Yeah.
And I was so into it, but I was like, I gotta set up because I'm gonna fall asleep in this comfy ass chair.
I know you're a yes.
Yes.
Are you a yes?
For what?
19th?
I still have to figure that out.
Okay.
I'll let you know as soon as I can.
I'll probably be coming like right around when it starts because
I'm trying to get that whole week off right now for my birthday, so.
Let's
'cause
go.
I just don't want to do anything.
Let's go. Not going to Puerto Rico either for your birthday?
No.
Oh.
I saved that for, well, we probably won't be going for a while just because of bills and stuff, so. But.
Funky.
Sucks because I'd really like to get on the beach. Really like to get drunk on the beach.
There's a beach in Chicago, man.
Yeah, but that's cold.
Ask Tyler. He loves it.
I'll just get a space heater on
That's cold, and the people that walk on the beach aren't as lovely and beautiful. And
Just go to the dog beach. That's where we go. We go to Montrose, and then there's just dogs running around everywhere.
But I need good-looking people around me too. Like
There's some single ladies out there with dogs.
okay, well,
If you like dogs, what?
Over under that Andrew wears a Speedo when he goes to the beach.
Over.
never. I can tell you that right now. Do you know how much that hurts?
Release the Pepe.
He's going to the nude beaches in Puerto Rico.
There's only one.
Did you go?
Yeah, I've been.
How was it?
It was fun.
Oh, okay. I've never been to a nude
Yeah.
beach.
It's the tannest I ever was.
Don't ever go in the U.S.
No.
Well, no. There's probably a bunch of weirdos over there.
No. It's chock block full of senior citizens.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Older people.
I mean, it's the same in Europe, but
Some maturity.
yeah,
being naked in Europe, so like
that's normal.
they walk down streets topless
Yeah.
in Europe.
Oh yeah.
Go to St. Croix. You'll find that out real quick.
St. Croix.
Yeah.
Because it has two
LaCroix.
sides. It has the American territory side,
Yeah.
and then it has the French side.
Yeah.
So you
And
just
if
walk
you
back and
veg-
forth. Now I'm
Yeah.
naked. Now I'm not. Now I'm naked.
If
Now
you
I'm not.
walk, or not the U.S. side. Is it the British side?
British, yeah.
Yeah.
It's the UK and French because they share the island. So
Oh.
If
So
you
can
go to
just-
the French side, there's just people naked everywhere.
yeah,
So you just got to get dressed every single time you cross it.
No.
Oh, okay. You stay naked.
Yeah.
Okay.
pretty much.
That's good. That's
Naked
good.
Island, folks.
I mean, honestly, I don't think people really give a poo down there
No,
about a whole bunch of anything.
Well, if you look at it, some of them, you can definitely tell they don't care.
All right. Well, you know what's not naked is the Friday slate of college basketball in the Sweet 16. And we're continuing breaking it down. We are moving down to the South bracket now and tipping it off first. 6-seed Ole Miss against 2-seed Michigan State. Michigan State is a 2.5-point favorite over under at 143.5.
3.5.
What did I say?
sir.
2.5?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. 3.5.
Quit looking at the bad one and look at the good one.
No, you know what's funny? That says 3.5. So I think. No, wait a minute. Oh, that's something else. All right, it opened up at 3.5, but now they moved it 2.5. But
it may have moved.
But yeah, we'll say 3.5 right now. That's what's on the paper. And
I did my research.
You did a good boy.
Hey, by the way, all these numbers, not the bad ones, all the great numbers are courtesy of BetMGM Sportsbook, the sportsbook born in Vegas. So go to
download the BetMGM app now today. But yes, Michigan.
Almost like you guys work there.
I don't. I used to. Before it was BetMGM Network.
That's true.
That was the old school BetQL network. Agent.
We don't talk about such things.
Oh, no, I
just
can't.
like there's certain things you don't talk about that are going on at your network.
But we already know what it is.
But it's already out there. They already know. They know.
It was
that
out there on
rebranded.
Friday. I was watching it happen.
Well, no,
I was
not
going,
that. I'm talking about the rebranding.
Oh,
that's
that
new,
too.
yeah.
That
I
too.
can still call it the old BetQL network. Not anymore. That's what it used to be.
It doesn't exist.
It's dead. It's dead. All right.
We buried it.
Michigan State opens up as a 3.5-point favorite. Michigan State coming off a 71-63 win over New Mexico, knocking out the other Patino. And then Ole Miss is coming off a 91-78 win over Iowa State. I'm not going to lie, I did not see that coming.
I did.
I didn't see it being that big of a game.
I didn't see Old Miss being there, but I did. I drank. I'll never do it again. By the way, look at me when I tell you this. Never again will I drink Tar Heel Kool-Aid. Ever again.
When did you hop on that? I thought you.
I played North Carolina to beat Ole Miss.
Oh.
I did too. So I mean,
I did not. I remember I said in the show that I was tempted to.
Look at
but
the hat I'm
I
wearing.
didn't.
Do you know how much that hurt me to do?
Oof. Yeah, it's okay. If you trust your gut, buddy.
you know how much it hurt me to have to see them in the tournament just to know what was going to happen?
It was just a tease.
Yeah.
RJ Davis is like, I've got this. No.
Nah, I don't feel like it. But both coming off great wins. Michigan State, New Mexico was a lot closer than I was expecting, but New Mexico has been playing really good too.
They played sloppy in that game.
Michigan State or
Michigan State.
Yeah,
they played really
in the first
sloppy.
half, but then like they started getting together in the second half. But that wasn't the Michigan State that we've all seen before.
Yeah.
To me, Michigan State still has yet to prove me a reason why they should not be in the Final Four at least. Again, it comes down to Tom Izzo being one of the best head coaches in college basketball.
That's all that sells me.
That's what it is.
It's him being one of the best head coaches in college basketball, and that's pretty much it. Like him, he is the reason why Michigan State can make a national title run because he knows how to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but this also credit to New Mexico because this shows that Patino's kid knows exactly like how to get it done. Like clearly, you learned from Dad the right way. So
he's building something over at New Mexico.
Well,
he's not going to be there much longer.
I was going to say
he's
building his resume.
Yeah,
he's not going to be there much longer.
For when Louisville comes calling. It's not going to happen. But
how funny would it be? How funny would it be if he takes the Xavier job and goes against his dad?
Actually,
that would be cool.
You know what? They may actually happen.
The Patino Bowl.
All things considered.
A big bowl of salad and spaghetti.
It wouldn't be a bad move by Xavier, come to think of it.
Listen, that conference would be like, we get both Patinos, father and son.
I have good ideas once in a while.
Good job, Tyler.
Thank you very much. All right, now I'm done for today.
I'll just say one thing. 4 letters, 1 word. Izzo.
I thought you were about to pull a Charles Barkley. I got 2 words for you. Steph Curry, LeBron James, must-see TV.
Nope.
That's more than 2 words. Who told me 2 words?
Using the little trendies that are going on the ticket of talks.
Yeah.
Getting hip.
Although I'm bad karma. Technically, it was three letters, but
I didn't watch that episode, so I couldn't
4
judge
letters.
4 letters.
2 of them just happen to be the same letter.
Yes, essentially.
Oh, we're getting particular now.
Yeah, it was a good funny
It's
bit.
Nick being the.
Technically. Is that why you cussed him out on the show?
Technically. Nick, seriously.
It was funny. It
was good. But yeah, to me, it just comes down to veteran head coach. I mean, again, Tom Izzo, Michigan State playing all around great ball. Ole Miss, though, I mean, they're that sleeper team that a lot of people thought they were going to lose. They got a coach, and they got some players. The kid Padula.
What was with the roll the eyes on that one?
I
didn't. A coach.
I know. I'm not saying he's not.
Beard's a hell of a coach.
I'm not saying he's not.
If he hadn't choked the crap out of his ex-girlfriend, allegedly, he'd still be at Texas.
I forgot about that one.
You didn't hear about that?
I forgot about that, too. I forgot about that.
That's why he got dismissed from Texas.
I completely forgot.
That would do it.
I don't think he's a bad coach, and I don't think this is a bad Ole Miss team. It's just when I matched them up against Michigan State,
This is where you separate the coffee from the cream.
Yeah, essentially.
Great, solid SEC team.
Yes.
But they're not Michigan State and Tom Izzo.
No. They would have to – they'd have to hit so many shots. They'd have to play perfect defense. And listen, it's not that they can't, but I'm looking at Michigan State and I'm seeing Atkins, right? And I'm seeing Richardson, and I'm seeing the defense they play and the speed that they play with, and I don't know how you're going to be able to match them tick for tack.
Screw you, Nick Johnston. Screw you. Texting me in the middle of the show. Screw you, buddy.
What'd he say?
It's only 3 letters.
It was good, Nick. It was a good call.
So is Izzo. Damn it!
You just realized?
I thought you knew.
Damn it!
That's really funny.
Great.
Son of a...
Love you, Nick.
Son of a gun.
Be it Yeet or Izzo, there is technically only 3 letters.
Son of a gun.
No, to me, it's Michigan State. There's more there, and Jace Richardson is going to be a dude for somebody.
Oh.
I mean, if
you don't think he's staying at Michigan State?
Well, I mean, I think his dad maybe wants him to be there, but I mean, obviously, listen, his dad's a dunk champion, obviously in the NBA, so he probably wants what's best for him. No, that's Jason.
Oh, Jason.
That's Jason Richardson's kid. Yeah.
Oh,
that's why he got hops.
I didn't even think.
Why didn't he go to DePaul?
Really?
Hey, they had a nice run of the Big East tournament.
I think DePaul Prep did better than DePaul did.
For the last 3 years.
Exactly. Yeah. And then they go, how come we can't get these kids to stay? I don't understand. I can tell you right now why.
I'm all over Michigan State here as well. They are one of my Final Four teams, so I'm not going to back off of them now.
Might as well. I mean,
sorry, Ole Miss. Good run.
Great run.
Solid run.
And it's a good start because guess what? That means those kids down south in Mississippi, they can finally go, okay, so we have options outside of Bama and LSU and all these other schools.
Well, and
great.
If Beard stays there, which he should, because I think that's the perfect place for him.
He's not
leaving. Because once again, no expectations, just like Ole Miss football. Get us our 10 wins and we're happy, Lane.
Exactly. And he does the job.
All right, the other one in the South bracket, we got 5th seed Michigan.
What's with the Big Ten SEC challenge going on in this bracket?
It's the fight for dominance in sports, man. That's the battle, right? SEC versus Big Ten.
Well, SEC showing more to be a basketball conference now. But you got 5th seed Michigan against 1 seed Auburn. Auburn opens up as a 8.5-point favorite. Over under set at 152.5.
You really got to think about this, bro.
A little bit.
Why?
A little bit.
I think
they have nobody on their roster that is a Brome.
Listen, I don't want to put it past Vladislav Golden.
Gesundheit.
Yes. And Trey Donaldson. I think they've got their big man, little guy that can kind of work the front court and back court. I think those guys could cause some trouble.
It might cause,
and they play a solid team ball.
I'll be happy I'll be happy to look at the spread. I'll look at the spread.
I'll take Michigan to cover, but I like Auburn in this. I mean,
8.5 possible.
Yeah,
that's a nice coverable number by Michigan.
I think they have. Listen, it's a 1 in like a million chance kind of thing, right?
Portnoy
that they can pull
needs
it off.
to be humbled a little.
Well, and this is certainly the game that could do it.
He's enjoying himself a little too much.
Here, we'll pop a bottle of champagne for him
There
too
you go.
once Auburn wins. It's got Michigan's name all over it.
Naughty.
Yeah. Well, and look, if there's anybody that I would say, I mean, there's a lot of guys obviously in this tournament that you could say, well, who's going to match up with Broom, right? I think Golden's one of those guys that you can go, yeah, if you box him out properly, you've got a good matchup there where you can keep their top player away. Now, yeah, Auburn runs deep. Not going to take that away from them. They got some guys across the board.
The only thing that makes me stutter step when it comes to Auburn, his name be Bruce Pearl. Because Bruce Pearl has a tendency to go, oops.
Pulls a Brad
in
Underwood.
the tourney.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a couple of them. There's Brad Underwood. There's the head coach for Tennessee.
Yep.
Burns.
Yes,
Yeah.
Barnes.
Barnes,
Yeah,
sorry.
Marcus Barnes or Matt Barnes, something like that.
It's a barn.
Barnes is his last name.
And then you have Bruce Pearl.
Yes.
The typical, and it's. I just see Charles Barkley. Like, if they don't make the Final Four this year, I could literally see Charles Barkley walking into that locker and going, "Come here, Pearl."
Terrible.
Man, we're almost to the tournament, and this is what you do. You're gonna pull broom when he's got 18 points and 7 boards. What's wrong with you? Why you being a knucklehead? Oh, this is terrible, man. This is terrible.
And I hate saying that Dusty May really turned Michigan around. Like, it wasn't just a fluke with him at FAU. Like, he is a top-notch head coach in college basketball.
Dusty May's a dude.
He's a dude.
Dusty May's a hell of a coach.
He's shown his recruiting prowess too. Because look at what he's gotten from Michigan. He's got some guys in there that maybe not right now, but in the long term, that program could be right back on its feet the way that it was.
That's what worries me.
Howard, that's how you coach a team.
Yeah, well,
yeah, right.
You don't just coach your kid real strong and then be like, I give up.
All right. Claws down.
That's not how that works.
Hey, Juwan Howard, this is how you coach a team and not slap people.
I'm surprised they didn't go after
Will
Mark Jackson.
Smith people. But that's the only thing that worries me about Michigan is that Dusty May has been able to control the game for these Wolverines throughout.
Well,
and
this is going to be a half-court game no matter what. Don't you believe?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I would say so.
Both of them are not run-and-gun teams.
No. They're going to slow the pace. They're going to try their shots. Although
goes back to tempo that we talked about.
That's my fear with Michigan is, like, if you want to win this game, keep it on the slower pace because the moment they try to be like – because Trey Donaldson's a fast kid. Like, he's super fast. And if you're like, go outrun them, he'll do it, but that's when Auburn will be like, take him down. He goes to the basket, knock him down, make him feel your presence. And that's the fear is that you're going to try to attack, you're going to get hit, and then when your second best player, I would say, is out, well, then what's Michigan going to – you're going to need somebody then to step up big time.
Right.
And that's where I think you fall behind 10, 20 points.
If Michigan locks down Broom, then there's going to be some issues.
Then that's going to be on Golden.
Yeah.
It's going to be on the European kid to just be like, I got him. I don't know if that's how he sounds, but yeah. He's from like Lithuania, Croatia, something like that. He's a good player.
Lithuania, I do.
Yes, he's their version of like what Luka Garza is. I would say he's that kind of a player.
Ooh,
yeah.
Won't translate to the NBA, but he sure will be a hell of a player in the NCAA.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's all that matters now.
I could be wrong though, folks. Obviously, I'm walking back if I'm wrong. I'm not afraid to say it.
So I got Auburn winning this one. I think I will take Michigan to cover. I like that 8.5, and I think they can keep it close with Auburn. But Auburn's got to move on this one. Andrew,
I'm gonna say Auburn too. I like that though, Michigan to cover, but I'd say it's Auburn for me until, like David said, Bruce Pearl pulls one of his kind of whoopsie daisies. Oh, Mazzara's making all of his shots. Let's put him on the bench.
Broom has 24 at half, and he goes, sit down for a little while.
You seem a little tired. Coach, we're only up by 8. They're staying with the shot. No. You need a breather. We need you for the last 2 minutes. Coach, we're down by 10. Okay, get back in there. Game's over. Shoot!
Why didn't you play better?
That'll be, you guys need to play better. What's wrong with you?
He just rips his shirt off at the end of the game. I'm so angry. Hulk mad.
You only have one person to be angry with, Bruce. You just got to look in the mirror.
Yeah, I'm assuming you got Auburn as well.
I got Auburn.
All right. We're all in favor of Auburn, so that means Michigan.
Upset
That means that it's going to be Michigan.
I don't want to upset Chuckles Barkley.
All right, when we come back, we are breaking down the west side of the bracket for the Sweet 16 in the men's tournament. Next on Blow the Whistle on SportsTownChicago.com.
This is your home for sports.
Longtime fan.
Sports is like life. SportsTownChicago.com.
What's up, Chicago? If you're ever, and I mean ever, out looking for good urban food 24/7, come down to White Palace Grill located 1159 South Canal Street in Chicago. White Palace Grill is open 365 days a year since 1939. I personally love the steak and egg dinner, but whether you like burgers for breakfast, steak for lunch, or French toast for dinner, White Palace is the place for you. The diner is a 24-hour urban oasis. Come now, come later. Heck, come now and later. We never close at White Palace Grill, located 1159 South Canal Street in Chicago. Visit us at whitepalace.com or order with Uber Eats or Grubhub anytime, any day.
Daddy, when you look at me, I could see your wheels turning. About what am I going to be when I grow up? A Major League first baseman? Maybe a point guard for a national champion.
The odds of a child becoming a professional athlete are 1 in 16,000. Far-fetched? Maybe. But did you know the odds of a child being diagnosed with autism are 1 in 166? That's right, 1 in 166. To learn the signs of autism, go to autismspeaks.org. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
Go to Lux Barbershop for the best barbers and stylists in Plainfield, Illinois. I go there when I have an important event, date, or I just want to look good. The straight razor shave will have you looking fresh and smooth. Lux Barbershop is open 7 days a week. Go to Lux Barbershop for the finest barbers, stylists, braiders, and massage therapists in the southern suburbs. Check out all their daily deals on Facebook, Instagram, and luxbarbershop.com.
Hi, this is Joe Perry and Steven Tyler of Aerosmith for Red. You know, it's okay to rock and roll and party down. Just don't get in that 2,000-pound bullet when you're done and cocked. And please don't drink and drive.
I'm the one that jaded you.
A reminder that friends don't let friends drive drunk. A public service message brought to you by the Ad Council, U.S. Department of Transportation, National Association of Broadcasters, and RAD.
High school sports is here, and SportsOnChicago.com, we are ready to provide the best high school sports live coverage all across northern Illinois. From the first kickoff of high school football to the final spike of high school volleyball, we at SportsOnChicago.com are ready to bring you high school sports live. SportsOnChicago.com and STC Friday Night Lights in a league of our own.
Welcome back here on Blow the Whistle on SportsOnChicago.com on the YouTube stream. Tyler, David, and Andrew here with you, breaking down the Sweet 16 of the men's NCAA Tournament. We just broke down the Midwest and South bracket, and we are now breaking down the west side of the bracket. And starting it off, we got 4th seed Maryland up against 1 seed Florida. That tips off on Tuesday on 6:30. Florida opens up as a 6.5-point favorite. Over under set at 155.5. I mean, this one, I have to say Florida because I have Florida winning it all, and I still think that they're the better team. Maryland has had a good run, and they've been talked about being that sleeper team. Just slipped away from Colorado State, as we talked about yesterday. But, Florida got woken up a little bit against UConn, which, you can't count Dan Hurley, but, Florida's got so much talent, and they're so deep. Maryland, they got how do you say his name? Oh, no, not him.
Just make it easy on yourself.
What?
They've got the Crab 5.
They got the Crab 5.
Yes. And that's it.
And that's it, exactly.
Essentially.
Their starting 5 is so good, but
their starting 5 I would take against any other starting 5 probably in the country.
Gillespie, Rice, Reese, Miguel, they all score in double digits. They're incredible.
They're talented as hell, and and
their bench doesn't do anything.
No, when you have to rely on the bench for Maryland, because you're not going to be Tom Thibodeau and play these kids for 40 minutes.
No,
that's where they run into some trouble.
Although with these guys, they're averaging about 29 minutes a game, 29 and a half minutes a game across the starting 5. So they're rolling with those dudes, front to front.
I will say this, and this is where I'm coming from when it comes to this game.
Mm-hmm.
If you get 2 of those guys from the starting lineup for Maryland in any kind of foul trouble, it's ball game.
Yeah.
It's ball game. Because the depth on Florida is ridiculous.
Yeah.
This is that 05 level.
Yeah, Walter Clayton Jr. all of a sudden is that dude on this team that, give me the high-pressure moments, coach. I'll go out there and hit whatever you need me to hit.
Yeah, absolutely. You've got Richard, you've got Martin.
Hand and face or not.
Yeah. Right. And Alex Condon's a great player, too, for them at the front. As a big man. they've got a team out there that can run like 8, 9, 10 guys at any given moment. The problem is though is that it's the team ball versus the stars, where Florida is going to come at you collectively, right? Maryland's going to come at you really with their 2 top guys. I mean, kind of being, I would say, Rice and Queen, right? And I don't know why Queen's not being talked about as a top 10 pick, but for some reason, no one wants to give this kid credit. Or maybe he's not leaving, I don't know. But that's a guy I think that can be your Anthony Davis for Maryland, that can just carry you to the tournament. He can out-root pound anybody. He can box out anybody. He can score on anybody. I've not seen a kid like him in a long time. And he's just been tucked away way up there in the East Coast in College Park. And not a lot of people really heard about him unless you saw the big dunks he's had on some of the best players in the Big Ten.
Playing with the turtles.
Exactly.
Turtles.
He's a kid that Florida's going to need to lock in on. And
they're going to.
But like you said, if they can get him in foul trouble, then Florida can easily sweep away with this game.
Yeah.
But
they have to be careful with that too, because you don't want to sacrifice Condon for fouling that kid out.
Oh no, you
that's the thing. You've got to get him to get the fouls instead of Condon playing that game, because this dude has gotten other people in foul trouble because he's just like, whoa, what's all this? Why are you getting all up in my grill? Like Queen plays that perfectly, and as a freshman, that's smart.
He's only a freshman.
Yeah. He's their first 5-star freshman, and God, it's been a long time.
By the way, greatest name for a starting 5 ever. I'll put it on record.
Absolutely.
I'll put it on record right now.
This will go down as a historic team if they can make it all the way to the championship.
If you talking about Maryland,
yeah, absolutely.
That's the thing. That would be impressive as hell if they can make it this far.
Bigger than Len Bias's.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like unfortunately, as that kid he will always be the all-time great player in the history of Maryland. No contest. I think Derek Queen, though, can be probably their second all-time great player. If he leads them to a title, absolutely.
I mean,
I'd play Maryland on the spread. I've seen a lot of spreads I like. I'll be very honest.
I like Maryland. Not only I might just take them to win.
I can't.
Really?
I
can't.
I like the way they play. That's the thing, is like their chemistry. Even those 5, and those 5 are tough. But my fear is that after this game, it's like you beat Florida. It's like, yeah, but now you're all beat up. That's the fear.
That's where
going
I have
forward.
That's where I have an issue with picking Maryland over this game, because yes, they have a incredibly talented starting 5, but they're not. There's no depth.
Right.
And you take out one of those guys, it's game over.
Yeah.
If you even have to sit one of those guys and put in one of your bench guys, it's nearly game over. I mean, Florida, they play all around. They're so deep on the bench, and yes, they almost slipped one away against UConn, but I mean, it's UConn. I mean, you can never really count them out with Dan Hurley, and then they were on a mission for that three-peat.
Hurley schemed the best game probably of his coaching career.
I'd say so.
Like UConn
easily
in Florida's road to, let's say, if they make it to the championship game, I think UConn's that would have been considered their toughest opponent.
Probably.
Meaning saying that Florida is still that talented, but UConn is that just tough of a team where, I mean, could have they gotten seated a little higher?
Yeah.
Maybe, but they've also had inconsistency over the year, but when they get into the tournament, they're a completely different team.
Yeah, no, well, and that's the thing, right? You got to remember, the tournament is like a whole new season for everybody.
Yeah.
So you have to keep that in mind. And with that in mind still, too, I mean, look, Florida, I mean, you go to Haw, Aberdeen, Hinshinyalu, they've got guys across, like you said, got guys across the board that can do everything. It's not just scoring, it's rebounding, it's blocking shots, getting assists, steals. So they got a guy for everything you need on the court. To me, it's just when you match up against the stars of Maryland, they're going to have to be consistently on top of them you can't let them get the easy shots, and you can't let them hit hard one. Like, I mean, and it's like no duh, but you've got to be like in front of them at any time. You've got to get more turnovers as possible early on, I think, to beat Maryland right now, because I think they're just running hot. And again, you have to kind of beat them up a little bit too.
Yeah.
So it's probably one of the most fun matchups I'm looking forward to right now.
I'll agree
by
with
far.
that.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, no one would have thought, like, early on in the season that Maryland and Florida would be a great Sweet 16 matchup.
I did not see. I didn't even think Maryland and Florida would be matching up like that. But I felt confident saying, like, all right, wherever Maryland's at, I got a good feeling they can make a run for it. It's just a matter of who steps up for them now.
Yeah, I'll agree with that.
And who takes out, obviously, Clayton Jr., because you've got to lock that dude down.
He's
and I think Rice can. It's just
he's playing on a different level.
He's like, yes, we have a deep team, but I'm gonna be that guy for Florida.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be your Joakim Noah. I'm gonna be the one to take you to the title, because this is a team that could be like that 05 Billy Donovan team.
I was gonna say this almost looks like that kind of Florida team.
Yeah. They said they're like, if they win the national title, they better recreate that picture where it's like all 10 of those dudes sitting there, like, yeah, we're all rolling with it, and Joakim Noah's just like, and I'm the guy.
You heard that right. Billy Donovan should be paying attention.
Yeah,
maybe college was your better suit.
No, I'm just saying
I'm more blaming
he might want to talk to people about maybe drafting him.
Well, maybe in the second round. I wouldn't take Will Clayton. Maybe
he's a first rounder. He's just not a lottery dude.
Yeah, well,
like a late first rounder. He could be.
If they have a lottery pick, and
oh, they're not going to.
God's hoping they do.
They keep winning.
Please take Derek Queen, since nobody else seems to want him.
They keep winning for some stupid reason.
You want to get rid of Vooch, and you want a big man. Here's your big man that jumps out of the gym and can score and block shots. Come on, I'm giving you help. Otherwise, I'm going. I'm leaving. I'm tired of you.
I still haven't.
They'll take a Lithuanian kid from Michigan.
That's exactly what I'm thinking. They're gonna
do.
Oh, he's got a thing in his name. I take him.
Or McNeely from UConn.
Yeah.
If he decides to leave.
Oh, good. Another white boy that can shoot. Wow, it's not like we have one of those already. Oh, his name's Buzelis. He just had 31 points. Come on.
I love Buzelis. All right.
So good.
He's so good. So, are we all in? I mean, except for Andrew, you like Maryland?
I'm gonna lean towards Maryland right now.
I got Florida. It's gonna be close, but I got Florida.
I got Florida as well. I don't know if I take Maryland to cover the 6.5. Maybe. I kind of like that spread, but it's a little close. But I mean, again, it's everything. All the chips are gonna have to fall for me to be able to be like, okay, yeah, Maryland can cover.
I'm saying it's like a 3-point game if Maryland wins. If it's a Florida win, it's probably more on line with like 8-point difference. Like, it's just like a bigger jump.
Okay.
So don't take the cover. All right. Or at least on Maryland.
I say take the cover. Either way.
Yeah, it's tough.
It is tough. All right. The next game in the Sweet 16 in the west side of the bracket, you got 10th seed Arkansas versus 3rd seed Texas Tech. Tech opens up as a 5.5-point favorite. Over/under is set at 146.5. What's wrong, Andrew?
No. I'm right there with you, but I'm right now. Right now, I'm leaning Arkansas.
So am I. But it's not like I'm saying I'm not doing it easily though. That's the thing.
JT Toppin's the only thing that Tech's got.
But that's the problem though, is that I look at him, I'm like, yeah, but against this team, like, what if he goes off for like 30 or 40? It's like he has that ability. He got the shot. But that's it. But the rest of his guys got to show up for him too to be able to make that happen.
This is Obi Toppin's brother, right?
No, I found out.
No,
I heard his brother.
Somebody
was in
emailed me and he's like, "Dude, that's not Obi Toppin's brother." Look, he's like, he's way darker than him. Number one, what are you looking at? And also, look where he was born. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, he's not from Brooklyn.
I swore everyone was talking about him being his brother.
I thought so. It's only because of the last name.
Oh,
and I was like, I looked at the pictures and I was like, oh yeah, big difference.
If he's Obi Toppin's little brother,
yeah,
I'm Lenny Dykstra's illegitimate child.
Well, he does have a brother, but his brother's already in the G League, I think.
That's right.
So
okay, that's what I was hearing.
I apologize. I got that wrong. My apologies.
My apologies.
Whatever.
I just like the fact that he was like, dude, are you looking at their completely two different shades? I was like, what? And I was like, oh, yeah. No,
we don't see color on Blow the Whistle.
Now he's like, I'm glad you're not seeing that, but like, dude, see that.
That being said,
yeah,
I will say this because I can. I thought all year long Texas Tech was one of the most bipolar teams in all of what? All of college basketball.
Well, no, I was wondering where you were going. Like, I can say this because I can. And I'm like, what? We can't talk about Texas Tech being a sleeper? And then you said that. I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
To me, Texas Tech is not a sleeper at all.
No, they're legitimate competition.
No, they are.
When they play.
Yeah. That's the biggest thing.
That's the whole issue with Tech.
Yeah.
They could easily win it all because they have a superstar guy on their team, The problem is the contributing help doesn't always contribute.
Right. Well, I mean, between Darian Williams and Chance McMillan, those are the other two guys. Those guys can play too, but it all runs through JT Toppin.
Yeah.
So he's got to be on top of his game, and then everybody else kind of spreads out and does what they can to contribute.
Got to be on Toppin.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well done. Well done.
Thank you.
Well done. But like that's the thing is like he's got to do his job, but this is going to be the game where it's like okay, but the rest of you need to kind of go at the same speed he does.
Yeah.
So with everything he scores and rebounds, he's got to be right there with you. So it's not impossible, but it's going to be difficult with again. This is a John Calipari coach team at Arkansas who knows the tournament and knows how to beat guys. It's hard to put it past that too.
With that being said, Soo-wee! Give me Arkansas, baby. I mean, Arkansas.
You didn't finish it.
I don't know the rest of it.
It's just Suey Pig.
Suey Pig.
There you go.
I actually want them to win on Thursday.
What?
I want Arkansas to win on Thursday.
You want them to win?
Yeah, because I'm going to request an interview with John Daly.
There you go.
There you go.
Awesome.
Arkansas alum, baby.
Yeah,
No, that'd be
true.
great. But no, to me, this goes down to veteran head coach. Calipari has turned Arkansas around, and if they weren't like fairly inconsistent throughout the season, and again, they were going up against a tough SEC conference.
Yeah.
I think they could have been in a higher seed. I mean, you saw what they did to St. John's. You saw what they did to Kansas. There's really, I mean, if there's considered a Cinderella team, I would put Arkansas there as the 10th seed, moving forward into the Elite Eight. Almost, maybe they could be in the Final Four.
They have a chance. They've got the players.
I mean, I still wouldn't take them over Florida, but I mean,
about to say you about to face Florida.
No, I don't know if they. I mean, but the thing is. But this is the weird thing. If Arkansas plays the ball that they've been playing and they are an all-around team, tempo, they control the clock, I mean, they could fight with a lot of these guys, any of these guys in this bracket. I mean, so I like Arkansas in this. I mean, I'd pick them on the money line. Give me some plus money on that.
I'll sprinkle on the money line on the plus 190. I will definitely be playing the spread.
Arkansas?
I would.
Yeah.
I definitely take the points, and I'll take Arkansas to win it. I like that. I like that. I mean, Thiero, Davis, and by the way, that kid Boogie Fland that plays for them, he's gonna be a top pick too. Man, he just balls out. You get him the ball, and that guy can just fly down the court, make plays, play it off the glass, hits his jumper. Not shooting well for the year, but man, he's just a dude. Somebody's getting him.
I just want to tease something. For all you people that are listening right now and are going to be listening to the podcast later, stick around for the last segment because some quarterbacks are saying some very asinine things.
Oh, boy.
Today.
Here we go.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We're going to be
one
talking
NFL,
about
one college.
Oh, God.
Who's the college? Well,
former BC quarterback.
Oh, God. Here we go. This will be fun.
Idiot.
I'm going to have to find this out.
May or may not have compared his leadership to a former Florida State quarterback.
Get
I see it.
real.
You see it?
Get real.
So that means he's going to go steal some crab? Allegedly.
Are you kidding me?
Well, save it. Save it.
We'll save it.
It's a tease.
It's a tease.
We're all taking Arkansas.
We're all taking Arkansas.
All
right.
Yes.
When we come back, let's break down the East bracket, and then we'll be going off the rails. But East bracket breakdown next. Blow the whistle. SportsTownChicago.com.
This is your home for sports.
This is the best fans in the world.
No better team. SportsTownChicago.com.
Are you ready for this? Valley View Automotive has all of the hottest SUVs you've been looking for. Enjoy a test drive and the opportunity to drive one of these powerful vehicles off the lot for half the price. Yes, half the price. Now's the time to get yourself to Valley View by car, on foot, or even by air to take advantage of this outrageous sale. You better get here quickly, because this promotion is only going on for 24 hours, and the automobiles are leaving the lot faster than you can say four-wheel drive. Valley View Automotive, a dealership you can depend on.
Hey, I'm Andy Griggs, asking you to help prevent domestic violence. Domestic violence isn't a woman's issue, it hurts all of us. Women are injured and killed every day by their husbands and boyfriends. So it's time for men to take action right now to teach boys that violence against women is wrong, to help prevent abuse before it starts. Call the Family Violence Prevention Fund at 1-800-END-ABUSE to get a free Take Action kit containing tips on what to say to boys. That's 1-800-END-ABUSE. Teach early.
Indeed is the #1 job search user with over 250 million monthly users. Indeed's priority is to help everyone in the job searching process to find a job by uploading 10 new job opportunities every 10 seconds worldwide. With Indeed, you have free access to job searches, resume uploads, and company researches. There are over 10,000 employees at Indeed that pursue to help people find the job they are looking for. They connect with millions of people to new opportunities. Go to Indeed.com and sign up for free and create a resume and let Indeed do the rest to help you on your job search.
Hey, I'm Jesus Mauricio. Be sure to tune in every Friday to listen to Zeus Off the Bat, a baseball talk show from 1 to 2 p.m. where I'll be discussing and updating you on all things about baseball, news, predictions, reactions, and more about the Cubs, Sox, and everything across the league. Happens every Friday at 1 p.m. right here on SportsTownChicago.com. Don't forget to follow and share our Twitter and Instagram with your friends at Zeus Off the Bat. Zeus Off the Bat.
Welcome back here on Blow the Whistle on SportsTownChicago.com, live on YouTube. Tyler, David, and Andrew here with you, breaking down the final section of the men's tournament bracket. We're breaking down the east side, and we're starting it off with 6th seed BYU up against 2nd seed Alabama. Bama opens up as a 4.5-point favorite. Over under, holy moly, 174.5. That is the highest in the Sweet 16.
Play the over.
Play the over.
I'm not joking.
Yeah.
Play the over. Alabama
go.
does not play defense.
No, and BYU can shoot the hell out of the ball.
So can Alabama.
And so can Alabama. So, I mean.
Play the everybody goes 174. I'm like, yeah, they'll hit that very easily. This will be a 96, 95.
This will be NBA
94
score.
kind of game.
Yeah.
This is going to be. This will be fun to watch.
This is going to be a good matchup, I think. I mean, because
this is going to be very fun to watch.
We talked about BYU being kind of like an under-the-radar type of team that's been playing really freaking good.
Yeah.
And, I mean, they upset Wisconsin last round, 91-89. Alabama coming off an 80-66 win over St. Mary's. Had it a tough one against Robert Morris, 98-81. And that one, I was like, oh, Bama, watch out. What are you doing? But, I mean, Bama's been kind of inconsistent.
They were playing with their food.
Oh, yeah. They were.
More or less.
But once again, not playing defense means you have to outscore. Well, it sounds ridiculous when you say it, but you have to outscore everyone offensively that you play.
Oh, sounds like the Bengals.
Wow. Shots fired.
Shots legitimately fired. What? I can't say no. What can I say to that?
That wasn't even a dig towards you.
I mean, that's the thing. I can't even say anything towards it because I know it's true. So what do I?
It's a great comp there, Butterball.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Well
That's
done.
my second of the day.
Well done. I mean, it's Nate Oates is all about score that ball, and he's got the guy to do it. I mean,
by the way, I have a huge
guy.
I do have a huge issue to talk about when it comes to Nate Oates.
Mm-hmm.
You're the head coach of the Crimson Tide.
Yes.
Why the frig are you wearing a green blazer?
To support Christmas.
I didn't even realize he was.
He was wearing a green blazer. I didn't even notice.
Yep.
I didn't. Yeah.
In the game yesterday. Yesterday or the day before?
The day before, I think.
One or the other.
Yeah.
Green.
I didn't recognize.
Like a
that.
schmuck.
Green means go.
Yeah.
So go out there and play, guys.
Listen, not everyone's supposed to have a great fashion
Was
sense,
it
right?
his alternative St. Patty's Day?
Maybe.
Was he Irish?
Might have been. I have no idea. Oates, is that an Irish name?
Depending how you say it.
Oates.
Oates. That's a farmer's name.
That's Nate Oates.
Nate Oates.
Sound Canadian.
It was a little Scottish.
Yeah.
That was a little Scottish.
Nate Oates.
Nate Oates.
Yeah.
Put this on a reel. Clip it, Frankie.
There you go.
It was mind-boggling to me, but like whatever.
Well, the thing with Bama is like again, kind of like Florida, they rolled pretty deep too with their guys. They go about 6 or 7 guys deep. Like they can do a lot of different things. But mostly it's with they can hit shots consistently. But they run through Sears. Mark Sears, I don't know if he is, but I would say definitely like a top 3 point guard in college basketball right now.
I'd put him top 5 for sure right now.
Easily. Like, I don't know. Draft position I don't know about, but what this kid can do on the court for college basketball, he's incredible. Great court vision, great shot, ability to find the hole and go to it. He's got that ability to be the leader for them. It's just the rest of the guys have to stay consistent with it, and you can win this game.
And Nelson, when he's consistent, he's also a great guy to be on the court with as well. But like he's been
up or down. That's the thing. But you're following behind Sears. Like that's the thing. It's like he gets his shots and then everybody else follows.
Right.
And that's kind of the worrisome. If that's the way you play, BYU is such a consistent pass the ball around, get it to the open guy. Because you fall behind Saunders.
Mm-hmm.
But if Saunders isn't open, you know you have other guys that can go and still hit those shots.
Oh yeah, they shot. What was it? 46%.
46%. Yeah, they're the highest shooting 3-point team right now in college basketball tournament. So it
high flying Mormons.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, the high shooting Mormons.
High shooting Mormons. Yeah, not flying. They're just shooting. But that's what Alabama's got to watch out for is if BYU can get hot beyond the arc, you got to change things up.
You're gonna have to play the perimeter defense.
You are.
Let's be honest. With Fredette in the crowd cheering him on.
Yes.
Jimmer.
They got Jimmer power, baby.
They got a lot of Jimmer power.
Yeah.
The best 3-point shooter that couldn't make a long term in the NBA, which is such a bummer.
Hey man, look, when Isaiah Thomas comes in as the last pick in the draft and outplays you.
When you can't create your own shot.
Yeah, that's a problem. That when you just consistently set the screen for me, I can't hit this. Like, come on, dude.
Where was Zach Edey when I needed him?
Seriously.
As far as the spread at 5.5, I might just play the over on this one. But the 5.5.
4.5.
It's 5.5. Oh, you want me to look at your sheet?
That's the one that counts.
All right, fine. I'll do yours. 4.5. 4.5's too close for my liking.
All right, fine. You're right.
Maybe I'll say.
I'd still take BYU on the spread.
Really?
Yeah. I'd really take them on the spread if it was 5.5.
5.5, I would. 4.5, I don't know.
I still would. I think this comes down to last possession. Honest to God, this is going to be up and down the court. Both teams.
I think this is.
I almost take Bama on the 4.5.
But my favorite play is the over.
Well, yeah.
I like
definitely
the over
play
for
the
sure.
over. I think I'm with you, Tyler. Though I think I'm favoring on Bama on this one. Just like, it's one of those things where like, it kind of depends on where the half is at. Because if we're talking like, if it's a 4-point game by the half, I mean, I think it stays that way. But if Bama's up by like 10 at the half, I don't know if they're letting that lead go.
Not even that.
I think that's where they're hitting their shots.
Not even that. If Bama's up by, let's say they get a 3-point lead, and then BYU misses a shot, you're fouling, and then it's free throws. And Bama's a good free throw shooting team.
They are.
And at that point, BYU, you could say, lost the momentum if they didn't hit that shot to tie it up or whatever. And so there you go. That's your 4.5 right there.
That could do it, yeah. That could be enough. That could be enough.
Look at this guy breaking down the game.
That's it. Listen, man,
I could be a nerd sometimes.
Nerd. Better not tell Frankie.
Bunch of nerds.
But
Just get a drop of
this
that.
should, I would say, this should end up being a really great game. All in all, through and through.
Are we all in on Bama?
I'm on Bama.
BYU.
Oh, okay. Mormon boy over here.
I don't trust Bama's defense. I just don't.
I understand that. I understand that. So
you don't put. I'm not even gonna say it. It's the weird thing that BYU students do. Anyways, I was going to ask if you support it. Either way, all right, next game in the late side of the bracket in the Sweet 16. 4th seed Arizona up against the 1 seed Duke. Duke opens up as a 9.5-point favorite. Over under 153.5. I mean,
what's the matter, Andrew?
It's one man against an entire team.
What's the matter, Andrew?
It's Caleb Love trying to rectify what UNC could not. And it's not going to happen.
Caleb Love's good, but
they're just too good.
I don't think he
They're just too good.
What's the scare? Watching the games this weekend, or these last 4 days.
Mm-hmm.
What's the scariest thing about Duke right now?
It's a skinny white boy.
Nope. Nope.
No, you know who's the other one? Is how you say it? Proctor?
Proctor.
Yeah.
Proctor all of a sudden has found his shot.
Well,
9 for 10?
Yeah.
Holy.
Yeah.
Well, he gets a good setup.
I knew he was
so.
hot, but I'm like, damn, I didn't know he only missed one shot.
He heat checked a couple times, and I was
Yeah.
like, what are you? Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
And that's the scary thing with Duke. You got the star Cooper Flag as a freshman doing everything, but they still got talent
so good.
all around.
Well, and the freshman center's starting to come into his own,
Yeah.
just being the rebound.
Dolutesh is just, I mean,
pull
he's
it,
incredible.
Put it back.
I mean,
Isn't it like a 7'8" wingspan too?
yeah,
something like that.
Or Malwach is his name. Yeah, he's got the insane Sudanese wingspan. That
Yeah,
you see
like
on
if you
guys.
watch him stand, like his arms come halfway down to his thigh.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
And he's only averaging like 7 rebounds.
He could
a game.
sit right here and hug all of us.
Essentially.
Jesus.
Yeah. Like he's not even as the top rebounder on your team, which is insane. Because it's still Cooper.
Yeah.
Because he's insane. Because that guy's an incredible athlete and he's going to be the number 1 pick. Unless it's Washington, in which he probably goes back to Duke.
Now somebody told me,
or
now
Charlotte or any of those other crappy teams.
I actually love him going to Charlotte, believe it or
Charlotte actually would be the best place for him to
Charlotte
go.
would be good.
It's just the problem.
Him and Ball together.
Well, the problem is that where do you put Brandon Miller? Because he plays well at the 3. Because he doesn't want to. I don't
Why
know
not
if you
put Cooper at the 4?
I guess you could, but I don't know if I would either one of them be happy there. I don't know.
Or we can just hate everything and San Antonio gets the first pick, and then you got De'Aaron Fox.
Then
Cooper
I
Flag.
definitely am going to be become a fan
Spurs
of
fan?
the Spurs fan. You've already got me with Wembanyama and Castle.
I
Now
might
you got
have to
De'Aaron
be.
Fox and Cooper Flag. I'm in. Pop comes back. Oh, we've got a team.
Pop's like, oh, I'm healthy again.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm good.
I'll honestly say this. I haven't had a basketball team since Charlotte Hornets with Grandmama, Alonzo Mourning, Del Curry, and Muggsy Bogues.
And Johnson.
And Grandmama.
Yeah.
Grandmama.
I know. I just want to clarify for people out there. They may not know.
If you don't know,
they
who
may not
Grandma-
know.
Although I saw Grandmama the other day. I think he was at a Knicks game.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
He's
okay.
put on a good hundo.
Well, he was already a big dude when he came into
He's
the
put
league.
on a hundo though.
Oh, he's only 230. Bull, he's 250 coming into the league as a. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. No, but for me, at least, this might be the best all-around Duke team I've ever seen.
This challenges those teams of the 90s.
They're up there. I mean,
this challenges those Leitner, Hurley teams.
They shot 68.7% from the field in this last game.
Yeah.
And I thought there would have been at least some regression with, Coach K.
And
calling
Baylor's
it.
not a bad team defensively.
No.
And
they whooped that ass.
Well, I think they were also on a mission too, because I remember I was watching the game. I watched a segment of the game, and they showed the poor guy Jeremy Roach is sitting on the bench, and he's just kind of looking down, and everyone's like, and there's the former Duke player on the bench for Baylor, Jeremy Roach, and it's like, he's not beating out VJ Edgecombe. I'm telling you that.
I'll be very real with you when I say this. Like, hearing that this was one of the toughest conversations John Shire's ever had to have with a kid.
Yeah.
As a coach, I completely understand, because, like, what are you gonna do? Like, you have Proctor.
You've got a stacked team. Where do you land? Like, I mean, Brian Kelly just had that with his running back.
He at least was polite enough to go, dude, we love you here at Duke. There'll always be a place for you here at Duke, but just not this year.
Yeah. Like, you're not going to get a lot. You can stay if you want, but you're probably not going to get a lot of playing time.
But now is Duke another team kind of like Maryland where it's the first 5 and they're deep too? They just don't play them?
It's difficult because their 5 are so athletic, and they come off the ground so just amazingly that their bench really is. It's not that it's bad. It's just that you don't get to see them a lot.
because
the
first
other guys are so good, and those guys also have motors. Like they can be out there for as long as they need to. So, but at the same time too, if you go to those bench guys in this game, and like let's say this game is like
the center that backs up what's his name?
Maluch.
Yeah.
I mean he's not too bad.
I think he's really good actually.
You give him some playing time, I think he could certainly be better. It's just you know play a lot,
right?
But it's just a thing of like you put those backups in. Like let's say you have like a 12-point lead. All right, I'm gonna put the backups in. Well, that's where if Caleb Love, that's where he can start getting hot, and then all of a sudden you have to go, okay, now we have to shift the starters back in there, and hopefully you haven't lost momentum at that point. That's the biggest thing, right? Shut down Caleb Love when he's out there with the starters, and make sure the bench guys can at least hold him off long enough and keep points going for the starters to get a break.
I kind of like the over in this game too. I'm not gonna lie.
I like it too because
at 151.5, yeah, I do.
Caleb's another guy that can go for like 30.
I got
easily.
153.
Damn, I'm looking at the wrong one again. Oh no, I keep looking at what it opened up as, and then I'm not looking at the live one. Sorry, I'm seeing
if
the
you
number.
Just look at your rundown.
I know you put such
like
a
you're
beautiful
supposed to.
I mean,
don't Cody Decker me, dude.
Just like my bracket.
Yeah, exactly. No, I like the over in this as well. I definitely like the over this as well, and I would say it's Duke. At 9.5, I would still take Duke.
That's where I'm at. I take the over and Duke on the spread.
Because as much as I like Arizona and what they're doing, it really is one man against an entire team.
I said if Caleb Love can put that team on his back and go, ride me to the promised land, boys, it can happen, but they've almost already.
Well, and he also relies a lot on getting fouled. Like he's shooting like 89% from free throws.
Yeah.
So he's driving the ball, going inside, and look, you go against that Duke team. Newpol and those dudes are not afraid to be like, okay, come on in, watch this,
right.
Boom, and then they give you the shoulder, they give you the hip.
Not just that, but the center for Duke has learned really. I don't know who taught him, but when he goes up, when a player goes up, he doesn't lean. He goes
just straight up and down.
Straight up and down.
And that's key for centers because it's easy to get in
you learn that from
foul trouble.
Who do you learn it from?
You learn it from Dang.
Luau Dang?
Because it was that's the only guy I can think. Well, he's also Sudanese too, so it's like he got that connection, I'm assuming. But Luau Dang at Duke, he used to do that all the time, the straight up and down.
Yeah.
And then for some reason he lost it when he got to the Bulls.
What happened?
Only the Bulls.
Only the Bulls.
I'm sorry, you can't do that against LeBron or Kevin Durant.
No,
it's a little different.
It's a little different.
That's gonna put you in a little trouble.
All you had to do was score consistently, dude, but you couldn't do that. Okay, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done.
So we're all in favor of Duke.
Duke.
Yeah, it's
Duke. Blue Devils all the way.
Congrats to Arizona, though. I mean, for having another
nice run,
solid run. Yeah,
a good run.
Good job, Caleb Love.
Watch, they're gonna somehow pull this win out of their hat.
Stop it! Don't even put it into the ether, bro.
If you want
March Madness, anything can happen.
If you want, Duke would have to play a bad game, and Caleb would have to have a 30-pointer.
Yeah, that's the only way.
Both things have to happen. Like Cooper's gonna have 10 total on the night.
He's gonna have to have 2 fouls within the first 10 minutes.
Yeah, or have an injury.
Hey, his was worse than mine.
I knew saying that. I knew it was gonna. What do you mean why?
All right,
because we know it's happened before.
You hate me.
I don't hate you. You know I love you.
All right, we're gonna go off the rails before. I don't know. Andrew might get choked out by David. But we're going to go off the rails. A lot to talk about here next on Blow the Whistle on SportsSouthChicago.com.
From I Have a Dream to Yes We Can. Celebrating those that continue to inspire this Black History Month.
Those who tell us that we can't, we will respond with Yes We Can.
SportsSouthChicago.com.
Take that exit and get to the Southern Cafe, home of the Nasty Biscuit on Roselle Road in Roselle. Get over there and try the chicken fried chicken biscuit made with the Southern Cafe's house-made drop biscuit with buttermilk chicken fried chicken smothered in country gravy, topped with shredded cheddar and crumbled hickory smoked bacon. I always say that when you go to the Southern Cafe, you come out with 2 meals with the heaping amounts of food they serve you in every meal. I love to go to a place with outdoor seating. The Southern Cafe has a great outdoor seating area to help social distance, and I get to enjoy my breakfast outdoors. Open 6:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. to give you plenty of time to grab an amazing breakfast or lunch. Now get your butt over to the Southern Cafe on Roselle Road.
Hello?
It's speed walking day.
Dorothy, you're breaking up.
Did I
mention we'd be slowing down when we pass the court where those fine brothers play ball?
I heard that. Reduce your risk of cancer, diabetes, heart disease, and stroke. Get active, eat right, and maybe even run into Mr. Right. Isn't sisterhood beautiful? For more information, go to everydaychoices.org. Brought to you by the American Cancer Society, the American Diabetes Association, the American Heart Association, the Ad Council, and this station.
Alert! Alert! Be gone, maxed out credit cards, overdue loans, suffocating interest rates, and relentless collection agencies. If your credit rating is making you and others around you cringe, there's only one thing to do, and that's to turn to the professionals at Creative Credit Solutions. Even if your credit is less than perfect, we'll help you get back on track. You can do it, and we can help. Call today or visit creativecreditsolutions.net for your free credit check report.
Blow the whistle on SportsTownChicago.com. Mondays and Fridays from 2 to 3 p.m. as we talk NFL.
The game plan was really sound.
In the quarterback league. It has been, it still is.
Franchise-defining quarterbacks.
College football.
Will Jim Harbaugh make it through the season as Michigan's head coach?
Some more Big Ten talk.
And here's some things you wouldn't expect.
I would have never expected that.
Get all of that and more on Blow the Whistle on SportsTownChicago.com.
Blow the whistle.
Going off the rails.
Another train!
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We're going off the rails right here on Blow the Whistle on SportsTownChicago.com YouTube page. David, Tyler, and Andrew here with you. And we have a few things that we got to talk about today. The first and foremost that we're going to talk about, and if you guys want to chime in on this and look it up yourselves as soon as we talk about this.
Please look it up yourselves.
Give us your guys' thoughts on our Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, BlowTWhistle1, BLOWTWHISTLE1, or right here on the YouTube chat that you guys are watching us right now. But the first and foremost thing that we're going to talk about, and I was sprung this news to me over the weekend by our very own David W.
I can't take credit for it.
Well, you got it from Cody.
Shocker, right?
And we showed Rosenblum, and he loved it. But in case you guys have not known, there is a minor league baseball team out there called the Chesapeake Oyster Catchers. And if you look it up on Google and you go to images, you'll see.
And you can.
There is...
That's their alternative name.
The alternative name is the Oyster Catchers?
Yeah.
What's their main name?
Bay Sox?
Bay Sox, yeah. Chesapeake Bay Sox.
Ah, it's almost dumber.
Fair enough.
But if you go and you look at this logo, it is a clear picture.
Careful.
It is a picture.
It's an oyster.
Is it? It is a.
It is an oyster.
It is a baseball mitt with a
oyster
private part caught in the mitt. Tell me I'm wrong.
This picture will give you angina.
Yeah, that's one way to put it.
Yes.
It is a flower that is sitting in the baseball mitt.
I just want to know, like, what happened to New Era's quality control?
I don't think they care anymore.
And I'm so mad that they took, of course, they pulled these as well. There were hats, shirts for their alternative uniforms.
Yeah.
All got pulled.
Really?
Yes. I'm so mad. I would have gotten a hat.
Why?
Of which one?
Oyster Catchers?
They don't have the hat. They got rid of the hats.
They got rid of the hats. They got rid of all the merch.
Well, I mean, maybe they realized what was going out there.
Well, you know what? I'm going.
It would only speak to the female fan?
I mean, it's as pretty as a kitty.
Well, I'm going down a rabbit hole of other bad minor league baseball team logos, and if you go on this medium.com,
are you sure it's a rabbit hole?
What is it? What do you think it's? What kind of hole? You got the Akron Rubber Ducks in Akron, but the Rubber Ducks, they're talking about rubber as in tires. So you got a flaming duck with tire tracks spewing out of the back of its head.
I never understood that at all.
I've
I'm
never
just
seen
gonna say this. I love that the baseball is so pronounced. Most guys can't find the baseball.
That's true.
That's good. That's a good one.
I always hit the baseball, honestly.
Don't lie to us. None of us can hit the baseball.
Look, I'm only batting 200 maybe at best.
I'm just saying.
I'm Javi Baez swinging for the fences.
And then you get the slider.
And then I get the slider. Then you
Every
get
once in a
one.
while, grand slam!
You get one once in a while. This is a reel that we are posting.
Listen. Who in New Era is in charge of quality control?
Dude.
Because you had the Tatas.
It's got to be like some 20-something-year-old
assholes
kid.
And the anals come out with the hats. Now you have the oyster catchers, which go look at the logo and you'll understand what we're talking about.
I know exactly what it is.
It's got to be a 21-year-old named Scotty who's just being like, funny.
It's this generation starting to become.
Is Kiefer working for freaking
New Era?
MLB?
Listen, it's the new generation of kids that's starting to get jobs out in the industry, and they're having a
Doesn't
little
that
fun
look
with it.
like it was AI generated? And they were like,
yes,
looks good.
Yeah, absolutely. And you kind of wonder maybe if it was or not.
And nobody's like, well, do you not realize that looks like a?
Yeah, you're right.
Hey, ChatGPT, can you do a woman part
We
in
should
a
actually
baseball
try
mitt?
that tomorrow.
You want
See
to
what kind of
see what we can get out of.
See if it comes up.
Oh,
that would be amazing.
I'm looking at some other. You got the Skeeters, the Sugarland Skeeters down in Texas for mosquitoes, but that's how they call them Skeeters.
There's a Skeeter on my.
Norwich Sea Unicorns. Don't lie to yourself. That is a walrus. What the hell is a sea unicorn? It's literally a walrus.
Well, it's just an alternative name.
Walla Walla Sweets? That's an onion. Nothing sweet about an onion unless you cook them in brown sugar. A sweet onion.
Yeah.
That's dumb.
That one could be bad.
Modesto Nuts.
Could have the nuts and the oyster catchers come together and play one hell of a game.
Catching some nuts out here.
Need to bring a bat.
Hitting some nuts.
But always remember to bring a bat cover.
What the hell? You got the Green Bay Booyah. Just Booyah.
As in B-O-O-Y-A.
Rest in peace, Stuart Scott.
Yep. B-O-O. Don't forget the H. But yeah, Booyah.
Love it.
It's a chicken. And then you got the Portland Pickles.
I like that one.
That one's a good one.
I like that.
Okay.
Kokomo Jackrabbits. It's just the bat's a carrot. What? Oh, Traverse City Pit Spitters. It's a couple of cherries just
Cherries
spitting out.
must be a thing in Travis City.
I wouldn't even know, I guess.
Salt Lake Bees. The Fayetteville Woodpeckers.
Hell yeah.
Pecking wood.
Yeah.
Aqua Sox. Okay, just because you put something in front of socks does not make it a good name for a baseball team.
No, but it's easy. It's an easy right.
Listen,
No
I'm gonna
creativeness.
sit here and tell you right now, boys. Might be the greatest logo I've ever seen. We were actually trying to pitch Rob into making it the punishment that whoever loses has to get it tattooed on him somewhere.
Really?
That's cruel.
I'd do it in a heartbeat.
Where would you put it?
I would probably put it on my leg, to be honest with you.
Really?
Yeah.
Below short level or?
Absolutely below short.
All right, good. You don't want to put. Well, you don't have room on your calves.
Yeah, I do.
Don't you have a tattoo on both calves?
I have. Calves are not just. Are you talking the back of my calf? Yes.
Yes.
Calves are full encompassing, sir.
So you
well,
put
I
it
know.
on the
I was
front?
going back of the calf.
Huh?
You put it on the front or side?
Put it on the shin
That would hurt.
with the clam being or the oyster being prominent.
Yeah.
Here, you know what? Put it on your stomach, and then your belly button is where the baseball would be.
That's too inviting.
Yeah.
What? Everyone's
Or
gonna
I
touch his
put the
belly button.
baseball above the belly button.
Could.
There you go. There's multiple holes.
You're not wrong. Do you want to move on?
Yeah, but let's stop talking about the female part in the baseball glove. You were something other that you wanted to bring up.
Oh, there's a couple things.
Bring it up, my friend.
Aaron Rodgers talking to I don't know who, but saying that wherever he goes, he needs it to be Packers culture.
God, you got quite the list of things that you want, sir.
You make my eye hurt.
First off, what is Packers culture? Secondly, you do realize that you're going to a different organization, right? Where they have, what a slap in the face to the Steelers Nation. You want Packers culture in Steelers Nation? Probably a better run organization than the Green Bay Packers.
Well, I feel like when he says Packers culture, he just means Aaron Rodgers culture. Like, I'm in control. What I say goes. Everybody agrees with me. I'm the star.
100% what it is.
It's not going to happen anywhere except for maybe New York.
Yes, and even then, they may not take your crap.
They're not going to let your high ass make the decisions.
Yeah. Yeah, it's totally... Well, listen, if Cam Hayward's words on that... I forgot what podcast it was. He's like, I'm not going on any ayahuasca dark room trips.
You either want to be a Steeler or you don't.
On the
either
first
Pittsburgh
day
or not.
of training camp, we're going to have ayahuasca night. It's just after the cold baths.
How did Aaron Rodgers turn into Donald Trump all of a sudden?
Yeah, he seems like he fits the agenda.
He's a guy who thinks he's more popular than what he really is. Like, he's not he's the star that's trying to keep this. He's turning into Andy Dick, where he's like, I'm still famous, right? And it's like, dude, nobody remembers who you are, and the people that do, I mean, at this point, they could really care less about you.
Do you want to take the Florida State one?
I mean, I could.
You seem the most upset about it. So.
It's just because this kid's an idiot. So for those that don't know, a former Boston College quarterback, Andre Castellanos.
Solid quarterback.
Solid, decent quarterback, but obviously did not keep his job in Boston College for a mixture of different reasons, it seems.
Him and Bill O'Brien butted heads.
Yeah.
Shocker!
He recently found his new home and got transferred and had something to say, and basically, from what we've come to understand, he believes that he has the same leadership qualities as former Florida State star Heisman Trophy winning quarterback Jameis Winston. Now, I feel like this is you're killing me, Smalls moment. I don't know where he thinks that leadership quality is in him, one, and two, I don't know where he thinks that leadership quality was ever in Jameis Winston.
Thank you.
He never showed anything at Boston College, and Jameis Winston never showed anything at Florida State, so I don't know where leadership enters into this thing at all.
He led him to the crab aisle at Publix.
Snuck a few in his
allegedly.
pocket.
Yes, allegedly. Well, not allegedly. He got caught.
Allegedly, he got caught.
He got caught with crabs. That's what happens. But when you talk about Jameis Winston being the quarterback of Florida State, it is very easy to say, oh, he was the leader of the team. He was not the leader of that team. The leaders on that team came from the defense. It wasn't him. He was just the quarterback that was playing well enough to be the starter. Because guess what? By the next year, how did he play? Pretty poor.
So my question would be, will he ask the Lord to deliver him from interceptions like Jameis did?
Boy, he better, because the way that he played at Boston College,
he needs Jesus.
Yeah, he's gonna need a lot more. He needs wide receiver Jesus, and unfortunately, that guy is at Ohio State.
I'm just asking questions here, people.
No, yeah, you need help, and there's the two receivers that could help you. One's at Bama, one's at Ohio State. Sorry, can't do it for you.
Figure it out.
Yeah.
Let's get on to some more.
The other 5-star receiver that could have helped you just committed to LSU. So boom.
Let's get on to some more fun topics, if you don't mind.
That's fine with me.
Yeah.
Are y'all caught up on Reacher?
Yes.
One episode left.
Yeah.
It hits Thursday.
Mm-hmm. Thursday, yep.
This is shaping up to be a good one.
I hope it's an hour and a half long episode.
It's at least an hour.
It should at least be an hour.
Yeah.
2, Wicked is dropped on Peacock. If you haven't seen it, go see it.
Yes.
Yeah, I've already seen it.
I'm just saying.
But yeah. Is it free?
Yeah.
Oh, nice, because you had to pay for it on Prime to rent it or buy it.
Yeah. It's free on the Peacock.
Okay. But yeah, no, Reacher, damn, they're really...
It's a really good season.
It's a great season. It's setting up.
It's
very
built up
nicely.
the tension perfectly for what it is. Like, I mean, it's telling the story the way that it is from the book. I mean,
I just
it's been
hated
a long time since I
the
read
last
the book.
episode seemed like it went by so fast that I was like watching it. I'm like, all right, we're gonna get some chaos here, and then boom, done.
I
was
need
like,
the cop to die. The female cop.
The female cop. You don't like her?
It's not that I don't like her. I just need her to.
Yeah.
I feel like someone big's gonna die here.
Probably. Well, yeah, probably.
Maybe her assistant guy, whatever he is.
Not the fat Indian dude. No.
He's Hispanic. He's not Indian.
Native American.
Yeah, he's Native American.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Oh, from his name.
Wow.
Well, I mean, even with a last name like that.
He's got Native American traits.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I
thought
anything that has anybody watched the Electric Stage?
I'm not watching that.
No, what is it?
Electric
It's
State.
Millie Bo Brown.
Millie Bobby Brown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
oh, that new movie.
Yeah.
Oh.
With Chris Pratt.
Yeah. No, I haven't, but it looks decent.
It does look decent.
I'm staying away from it.
Don't watch Craven.
I don't wanna.
I'll tell you that much.
Listen, when you keep,
you told me not to
can't
like
do
it.
Spider-Man villain movies without Spider-Man. You're missing something there.
The only redeeming value was at the end where they introduced Chameleon.
That's not enough for me though. Like,
And it was really cool.
Yeah.
But
Well, I'm
other than-
sure, but like that's like I can go find that on YouTube.
Yeah.
That's the problem. Like it's not worth
It
me
was
watching.
not well done. The plot was horrible. The acting was decent, but
Well,
like,
that Aaron Taylor Johnson, right?
Yeah.
That's his name. That does Craven. He doesn't seem like a bad actor.
Well, there's rumors that he's the next Bond.
That's what I've heard.
Oh, okay.
Not a bad choice.
Which
It's just,
we all know who it should be.
well, yeah.
Who? Go ahead. Tell
For me?
Who do you think it should be right now?
Right now?
Yeah.
Oh man, who did I? God, I can't even remember now who I picked. I mean, I was still on the Daniel Craig craze for me. So.
Are you a James Bond fan at all?
I've watched like a handful of the movies. I'm not like.
It should be Idris Elba.
Well, the problem with that one is that his age. That's always.
You let Sean Connery do it when he was 56.
I'm not saying I don't think he can. I'm just saying that for them, it's always been about the age.
Shut up and let the man do it.
Here's the plus side, though. Remember, Prime's got Bond now. So they could easily say, if Idris Elba wants to do it, let him do it. But he said he wants to. So if he wants to do it, by all means, let him. That'd be great. He'd be perfect for the character. He's got the smoothness.
I'm thinking about movies that are coming out, and I think it's already came out, but I don't understand why they had to make a Minecraft movie.
I do, so I could take my daughter to see it.
'Cause money.
Yes, but they're forcing it because
Of
if you
course
play
they are.
Minecraft, there's no story.
It's a script written by ChatGPT for Minecraft so that they could sell tickets for kids.
Excessive.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, Minecraft's great. I love playing Minecraft. I like creating things and doing whatever the hell I want to do.
Don't get it.
What?
You don't get it?
Don't get it.
It's a video
You
game
get to
version of
build
like
a
Legos.
whole colony.
Who cares?
You get to build a
I don't
whole
know, man.
colony.
You ready? You ready? Who wins?
You, because you created something marvelous.
It's a sandbox thing. It's just about creativity. That's all it is.
That's all it is.
Once again, who wins? The whole point of a video game is to have a winner and a loser.
I mean, it used to be, but
Yes
not
and no.
anymore.
I mean,
It's the landscape's changed, man. What can I say?
it's like, all right, think about this. Sims. You know the game Sims?
Never
Everyone's all-
played that.
That's another creative.
I've never played the
I've
Sims
never.
either.
Emily's obsessed with it, but you build houses.
Right.
You start a family. They can do things.
I'll
and
give you.
do whatever.
I'll give you a game
can
that you should
drown
get
them.
into.
What?
PGA Tour 2K25 is fantastic.
Is it? I have to see if it's discounted on my.
I'm kind of burnt out on sports games, honestly.
It's awesome.
I just like
Play
See, that's
golf when
funny.
it rains.
I've been the same way. Like lately, like as
Yeah.
soon as I got the hype of college football, and then I got the new Madden because it was discounted.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, cool. But I'm like, okay, I am playing my quarterback again.
Right, exactly.
I'm in my 4th year.
Yeah.
Still haven't won a damn national title because they make me. Even though I finished at the number 1 seed, number 2 seed.
Yeah.
I still lose, to a nobody in the
Right.
playoffs. And I'm like, what am I doing this for? But
Yeah.
I might just finish it out this season because then I can transfer my quarterback to Madden, and then I can start my NFL career.
Yeah, I've like right now.
But right now it's like the same thing.
No,
over and over.
I right now like the games I've been playing. I've just got the new Assassin's Creed Shadows.
Oh,
Love that! Absolutely great, fantastic game. And I've been replaying through the Star Wars Jedi games.
Yes.
Fallen Order, and now I'm back on Survivor, so I'm playing through those games.
I finished Fallen Order, or is Fallen Order the newer one?
Survivor's the newer one.
That I started that one.
Yes.
But God, that thing's confusing.
There's
You gotta
so
use
much
your brain, and
There's
that's
so
what-
much of that game.
I use my brain too much at my job that I'm like, I don't want to use it anymore.
That's the thing is.
So I've been off on it a little bit.
Yeah, I like the games that give you the open world and you can kind of
Yeah.
just explore and make you. Although my favorite games of all time have been linear, like Uncharted and stuff like that.
Well, you guys know once GTA 6 comes out, you're not gonna hear from me for a little while.
I might be checked out too.
Oh my God, I
So
cannot
I'll be
wait.
doing shows by myself. Sweet.
Yeah, it's all right.
Oh no, I'll still show up for shows.
I'll
but
show
like,
up for that.
Like it's gonna be like, come on, let's go faster. Like I
gotta go rob a strip club.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, great timing, Tone.
Yeah, follow Tone on Snapchat, man.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, he did about a half an hour live of him at a bar with women behind him.
Ah, Tone, you dog.
That's why his nickname's Pimp Juice.
Is that why you were late today? What?
It was a day party.
Oh, okay.
The college kids call that a darty.
Do they?
Yeah.
College
Oh,
kids
boy.
call it
I called it that when I was.
I'm way behind.
It was funny.
Call it day drinking, you wackadoos.
They all called it a darty, and then I said that, and then my brother made fun of me, and now Mr. Frat Boy in the parties. He called it a darty too.
I call it a problem.
Might be a
Sun
little-
must be down.
Yeah. Sorry. If we got to start at 10 a.m., there's an issue.
Something hits different when you sipping on that first beer at
I will say
10 o'clock on a Saturday morning. It's kind of nice.
I guess. I don't.
Especially
never-
college football.
I haven't done that in a hot minute.
I will say this: we need to take a show trip to Fuse Brewing Company.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But we might be waiting forever for our apps.
Yeah.
It was worth the wait though.
It's
the food was really good.
When I went to the Guinness place.
The beer was really good.
The beer was really good too.
When we went to the Guinness Brewery in the city for dinner yesterday, it took forever to get the food and the appetizers. Like
Yeah.
I think
But worth it?
I thought so. Yeah. Like we
I've
didn't
heard
get
great things
we
about
didn't
it,
get
yeah.
anything special. Like 3 of us got the burgers, and then me and Antonia, we got wings. But I had to trade wings with her because the moment she got dry rub jerk chicken. Yeah.
Set her mouth on fire.
Yeah, so I was like, here, take my buffalo. I'll take your jerk
Fireball.
chicken one. So, but the wings were really good, even on the dry rub. They were really good. Julia said the burger was amazing. So and they gave you like a lot, and you could order it with a fried egg, and
He don't know what a lot is.
I can just hear Julius going like, "Oh, that's hot."
we didn't even finish it. So
I'm telling you right now, and we just got appetizers.
yeah,
Like we were looking at like regular food. We just got appetizers.
Yeah.
And
I mean, this place doesn't have a lot in terms of food because obviously it's a brewery. But
Yeah.
should I blow his mind?
Yeah.
you may have told me already too because I know you were talking about
I
it.
think the loaded fries were better than
Yeah, you said.
Firewaters.
It's
I'd
close.
I have to try that then.
It was close.
Because I still go there once in a while and still get that. So
We gotta make a trip there.
No hot sauce.
True.
No ranch. It was just
Yeah, what do they have on it? Brisket. They had the cheese. They had some sort of sauce on it though.
okay.
Yeah, I can't remember what it was though.
I don't know.
I think
But
it was like
that's what's
you know
I'm
what it
down to
was? It was
try
a
it.
bechamel.
Really
Yeah, I believe it was a
Bless you.
bechamel.
interesting. Okay, I'm down to try it.
But see, I don't know. That's why I think I'd almost put Firewaters.
Deep fried
Up.
pickle spears.
Okay.
Yeah, we got those.
Oh, that's right. You did say that. I remember now.
Oh, we
yeah.
got the pow pow shrimp. Come pow.
The Bam Bam shrimp.
Bam bam shrimp.
shrimp.
Pow
Is it
pow.
like a spicy
pow.
shrimp.
Pow. Are we watching Batman all of a sudden from 1970?
Pow pow wow. Smack.
I'm sensing danger. What do you mean you're sensing danger? You're Batman. What do you mean you sense danger? That's not your job.
So yeah, all the appetizers were
I'm
phenomenal.
I'm
They
down
do
to try it.
flights.
There was one other thing that we got too. What was the other app that we got? We didn't get nachos.
No. Now you're gonna make me wonder what.
I know. So we got because we each.
It was
picked
one
two.
of ours.
Yeah.
Because you guys got the pick. No, we got the pickles and the.
The shrimp? No, we got the shrimp.
You got the shrimp. We got the pickles
Did
and.
we get cheese curds?
Cheese curds.
Yeah. The
Okay.
cheese curds were good.
Cheese curds were good, but they were weird.
Yeah.
They had a soft center.
Oh yeah, that's right. You did say
It almost
they
felt,
had like a
it was like goopy.
melted gooey center.
It almost to me I thought there was cottage cheese in there.
Yeah, no, at the
that's what it seemed like.
At the Guinness Brewery.
Not mad at that.
No.
At the Guinness Brewery, we got cheese curds and truffle fries. Truffle fries were amazing.
Love truffle
They
fries.
were amazing. And then but the cheese curds were kind of the same. Like they had like a melted middle.
Makes you want to do the truffle shuffle.
Yes. But I thought they were I mean they had kind of the same consistency. Not like gooey, but like it was soft definitely like in the middle. And we were cuz I bit into it and I was like, "Ooh, that's interesting." But then I was also like, "Oh, that's hot. That's real hot." Like I burned my tongue. But it was I highly recommend if you haven't gone, folks. It's the Guinness Brewery downtown in Chicago. So.
Where is that at again?
Oh god, where was it? It was just past Halstead, I want to say.
Okay.
I can't. We walked there, which was a terrible idea. It was so cold. It was so windy and cold. Well, because I didn't check the.
Screw this weather.
I didn't check the weather before we went, so we went with no coats, and then we came out of the game, and it was like downpouring rain, so we got soaked.
Yeah, that's right.
Luckily, I had extra coats for everybody, so.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
I know this damn weather, dude. I'm sick of it.
I need
freezing
consistently 65, 70 degrees now, with a little bit of wind. Just give me a little bit of wind, 65, 70 degrees. I'm good.
Just give me springtime.
Please.
Anything else you boys wanted to talk about?
Oh, good God.
I'm going with yes.
Talking Cubs podcast
Yeah.
is Combs and Sears.
Oh, they made a podcast together?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's cool. We'll support them. We'll obviously give them a follow.
Will I?
I mean, it's just Cubs talk.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I would.
It's good for them.
Good for them.
Yeah, good for
Absolutely.
them.
That's
Give them
great.
a follow back.
Yeah.
I already did.
Oh, good. No, good for them. I like that.
I hope they have a season worth talking about.
They won't. We'll talk about that on Wednesday.
On Wednesday,
We're doing our baseball breakdown on Wednesday.
Baseball season
I
around
may
the
be
corner.
watching for that one because I'm intrigued. I'm really intrigued to see what the Cubs do this year. Honestly, I'm very
Come in
much-
second again.
They didn't even make second. They made third. I think.
I'm just saying.
Yeah,
But
they're that's kind of
They'll
where I'm
improve.
putting
They'll
it.
improve. They'll make second.
That's
I think they could win the division.
That's the one thing I heard from
They
one.
could. They
I think they
won't,
could.
but they could.
I heard
We'll
from
see.
one Cubs fan. It's like they'll at least improve, and it's like in what way? And he's like, I don't know. It's just going to be called improvement, and I know that's the blanket answer. It's like, yeah, man.
Cubs mentality.
That's going to be Craig Counsell's favorite word: improvement, baby.
Are you still Blue Jays or are you going somewhere else?
Oh
this
no,
year?
I'm Pirates now, folks.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
What do you mean why?
Paul Skeens? They got nothing
Paul
else over
Skeens
there.
and Roberto Clemente. I
Yeah.
got 2 reasons why. I got a Tom gave me a Clemente jersey for my birthday, and I saw it sitting in my closet, and I was like, why don't I just go with it? Like, I like the team. I like what their past was. I like what their present is now.
Great baseball field too.
Yeah, and
It looks
arguably
gorgeous.
the best baseball field
PNC Park's
all
awesome.
time.
I've wanted to go there so bad.
It's pristine. It's clean. You can't beat that riverfront.
Now we just need to find the kid that
Guys
won that
trip.
card. Yeah, I'm down.
Guys trip.
Get some icy light.
do it!
Nice. Kobe. That's it. With that being said, that wraps up today's edition of Blow the Whistle. If you guys missed us, shame on you. And I'm not even going to sugarcoat it. Yes, shame on you. You should be listening to us live. But, you got things to do. Well, maybe I'll let us live. But still, listen to us live, damn it. But you can always listen back on all of our podcast platforms, which our guy, Frank the Tank, will have that uploaded probably tomorrow morning at approximately 9:15 in the morning.
9:30 probably.
9:30.
I'll have it all done.
Yeah, he'll have it done.
I love that. You're
I
just
always
like,
get the- I get the
like,
notification.
that's the time it's done, Frankie.
I get the notifications every time I'm on my way
He gets here
in.
around 9 o'clock on Tuesdays just to do.
He's a good kid's.
Folks,
He's
if
a
you need
great
someone
intern.
dedicated,
He's a great intern.
he's up and coming, folks.
I showed
Don't give our assets away,
I want to
man.
I want to give him some props.
I showed Robbie the TikTok of him where he's like, "Oh, I choked on a leaf." He's like, "Dumbass." He's like, "This kid's amazing." I'm like, "Yup." I'm like, "He's our little golden boy." So,
Truly.
But yes, it will be posted more than likely at 9:30 tomorrow morning at the latest. Frankie, he's been pretty quick on it. But with that being said, we will be back on Wednesday. And like I said, we're going to be talking baseball. Baseball's back, ladies and gentlemen.
Breaking down every division.
Breaking it all down. Talking futures, talking sleepers, talking all that good shenanigans. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I am Tyler Butterball Beaterball.
David Double D Dykstra.
Andrew Pepe Valentin.
Everyone stay positive, be positive, surround yourself with positivity, and have yourself a wonderful rest of the week. Again, back, same bad time, same bad place on Wednesday. Peace out, everybody.